and welcome into the Corn Belt League Radio tonight. Got a good one on tap for you as we head into the quarterfinals of the 2022 Wichita Summer Ball Showdown. A great game on tap tonight between the Great Bend Batcats and the CBL All-Stars. Say that name 5 times fast here as we head in. CBL having a really good tournament, really solid tournament. 3 wins, 2 of them by mercy rule, by run differential rule. We saw another one of those tonight, a 14-4 victory over the Wichita Black Sox. Some incredible performances, but mainly the pitching was a big key last night. Aiden Erbaum comes in relief, 6 full innings pitch, only gave up 6 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. What an outing it was for him.
Yeah, what an outing for Aiden Erbaum. Erbaum was brilliant last night. Came on in relief for Egger, who we thought was going to be able to carry us deep into that game, but Erbaum came in the second inning and gave us 6 scoreless, put up 4 strikeouts, and was able to just really shut down that Wichita Black Sox lineup.
Yeah, and on the other side, on the offensive side of things, the Corn Belt League was able to get it done as well. Danny Spangberg went 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, and 3 stolen bases. 2 of them came in his first at-bat. I mean, we've been talking about his speed killing all year. It showed again.
Yeah, Danny is one dangerous base runner, and that's why they have him at leadoff, right? You know, he gets on base very efficiently, and once he gets on base, that CBL offense really gets going, because then you got a very dangerous 2 through 6 who can easily get on base and score him. And I mean, you almost got to expect if he gets on base, he's going to steal.
Yeah, a few more standout performers from last night. The UW Platteville player, Mitchell Pomeroy, the first baseman, was playing in right field last night as well. 3 for 4, 3 singles, 3 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and he has that go-to hit. He just hits it. It's right into right center field almost every single time he makes contact with the ball.
Right, exactly. He waits till the ball gets to him, and then he's just able to get onto it into right field. And yeah, I mean, he's not a pull hitter, so if you're a defense, maybe you can shift the outfield and the right side of your infield over down the right field line. But yeah, he's definitely doing a really good job of letting the ball travel into him.
Yeah, and that's why he hit so effectively during the back end of the season. Through a few games, he was 9 hits, 9 RBIs, 450 on the average, and that's just carrying that over into this tournament here as he went 750 last night with 3 RBIs. And then finally, the guy we've been talking about all tournament, Brendan Anderson, delivered again, 2 for 4, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. A little bit of a less productive outing for him, but still, I mean, hitting 500 on a game is not a bad thing.
Right, hitting 500 on a day is still very efficient, right? So, and Brendan Anderson continues to go up there and do what he does at the plate best, and that's crush baseballs. Even if he wasn't hitting them in play, he was crushing foul balls down the left field line. And today the wind's blowing out to left field. So, you know, he's a powerful pull hitter, and let's see if he can utilize that wind at his back and send one out.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at the Great Bend Batcats, really just the best team that the Corn Belt League have faced all tournament. I mean, leading off their guy, going to Stephen F. Austin in the fall, Alex Rogers through the tournament, 7 for 13, 1 home run, 2 RBIs, 5 runs scored, 4 strikeouts, and just last night he was 3 for 4. And Ethan, a local product here, I mean, just doing great things for the Great Bend Batcats.
Right, like you said, a local product from Omaha Roncalli High School in Omaha, Nebraska, and he absolutely tore it up at Barton Community College in 2022, posting a 443 average, 5 home runs, 54 RBIs, 35 walks, 13 Ks, and 61 stolen bases. Folks, yes, you heard me correctly. 61 stolen bases. That is incredible numbers right there from Alex Rogers.
Yeah, that's why they have him in that leadoff spot. He'll be playing in center field as well, so just a huge range out there for him to cover with that speed, and just kind of like mirroring what the Corn Belt League is doing with Spangberg out there in center as well.
Right, yeah, they're kind of going mismatch. This is a pretty even matchup. They got 2 leadoff guys that can go out there and get on base, and expect it to be kind of a small ball game today.
Yeah, and to counter that, I mean, Corn Belt League's throwing a more defensive pitcher, not the most defensive catcher, I should say, sorry. We're resting Derek Siegner tonight and hopefully keeping him for tomorrow should we make it. But tonight it's Anthony Poole, who's a lot more sure defensively than Nick Carlson.
Exactly, and he's going up against a pitcher that he knows quite well, and that's what you want. You want that communication between your catcher and your pitcher, who on the mound tonight is going to be Fleeman, but you want that battery. You know, you want that communication, that type of flow that connects, and it's going to be a good one tonight.
Yeah, and that'll bring up the 2-hole hitter for the Great Bend Batcats. That's Conor Scott. He'll be playing in left field as well. Throughout the tournament, he's hitting .385, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. Plays at Washburn University. He transferred from Barton, and as a player in Norman, Oklahoma during high school, he was an all-state player.
Yeah, I mean, he's a baller. I mean, that's another one of those guys that you want leading off, you know, in the top half of your lineup, hitting 5 for 13 this tournament. He did go 1 for 4 yesterday. And so, you know, I mean, that's just another 1-2 punch that can really get him going. And then next up, batting in the 3 spot, number 15, Nolan Riley, a utility guy, but tonight he's going to be playing the third base position, man in the hot corner, and he's 7 for 14 this tournament. Another dangerous hitter with 1 double, 4 RBIs, 2 runs, 1 walk, and he has thrown a third of an inning out on the mound. And he's from Arkansas Fort Smith University, where he posted 3 hits, 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs.
Yeah, no singles for him during his season with Arkansas Fort Smith. As I'll bring up the cleanup hitter here, number 1, Carson Pracht. He'll be playing the shortstop position. 4 for 14 on the tournament, so not the best stat line for him in comparison to some of the guys on this team who are hitting with some incredible numbers. But 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And just last night, he was 2 for 4 with 1 RBI. He plays at George Mason University. He appeared in 3 games. He went 1 and 5 there for George Mason. So maybe not making scenes in the college thing, but he's definitely doing his thing here for Great Bend.
Exactly. He's doing his thing here for Great Bend, but he's got that D1 experience, and that's what's most important. He can kind of be the leader for this Great Bend team as they try to go on to the semifinals.
Yeah, Coulter Maldonado going to be playing the second base position there. 6 for 13 on the tournament. 5 runs scored, 4 strikeouts. Last night went 2 for 4 as well. So a lot of 2 for 4 guys there from last night, and we'll get into a few more as well. As he also played at Barton Community College in the 2022 season. He was 28 for 85. That's a 329 average, 27 strikeouts to only 6 walks. So that's a number that's a little concerning there if you're a hitter.
Yeah, that's a little concerning right there, having 27 Ks and only 6 walks. You're looking to be a lot more disciplined tonight as the CBL is going to be they're going to attack the strike zone. So being disciplined at the plate is going to be key.
Yeah, he'll be heading over to Emporia University next year as well in the fall. And that'll bring up number 24, Connor Allen, the catcher, 3 for 13, but really the hitting's not his thing. He's more that defensive player. And sorry, he's playing first base, should say, as there is going to be a new catcher here. Some shifting going on in this Batcats lineup due to some absences today. We're not going to see some usuals. Bodhi Waller, the biggest absence here. He was the starting utility player. He played just about anywhere, first, catcher, and second during the tournament. He'll be absent today for the not the Black Sox. We're not playing Wichita anymore, the Batcats. But for Connor Allen at first base there, just a mainly defensive prospect there, and not much from the hitting side, but he'll look to do his work there in the field. And that'll bring up the 7-spot hitter wearing number 7, Grant Nottelham, and he's going to be a really, really productive catcher there for the Great Bend Batcats. On the tournament, only played in 1 game, but in that game, 2 for 2 with a double and a home run.
Yeah, a guy who can hit for power, obviously, as he had a home run in one of his only plate appearances this tournament. He's a Lincoln Pius native, and if any Loper fans out there, his sister is a volleyball player for UNK, so it's a very well-known name across the state, and we'll see if he can get some revenge on a Nebraska team coming down to Kansas.
Yeah, a little bit of a revenge factor there for a few of these guys. Obviously, we mentioned Rogers from Roncalli. You got Nodelman from Lincoln Pius, and you got one more here, number 21, the pitcher Ian Lanick. He's from Eagle, Nebraska, went to Waverly High School, so 3 Nebraska guys on this team that's playing a Nebraska team. It'll be interesting to see how things go down. But in the 8th spot, they got Ty Reilly, the pitcher. This is the first time we've seen a pitcher hit this tournament.
Yeah, and this is a really interesting move. I'm really surprised how they're not going with the designated hitter, as your pitcher normally isn't a great hitter, but Ty Reilly in high school did have some hitting experience, so maybe they're kind of relying on him to go out there and maybe give him some quality plate appearances.
Yeah, but you mentioned only hitting, his last time hitting competitively was in high school. Didn't hit it all for Great Bend. As far as we could see, maybe hit some BP, but for Barton Community College as well, through a year and a half, no hitting there, just pitching. He pitched 34 and 2/3 with 34 hits, 20 earned runs given up. That's a 5.19 ERA, but big thing here is also the strikeouts, 24 walks to 37 strikeouts. He's averaging 9.61 strikes per 9 innings, so really effective pitcher there.
Yeah, really effective pitcher. He's going to attack the zone. He's going to paint the corners, and if you're these CBL guys, you just got to be ready to go up there and swing the bat.
And that'll bring up the number 8 here, Jojo Nevis. He's going to be playing in right field. Jojo Nevis on the tournament, 2 for 13. Another one of those guys that's not going to do it at the plate for you. Maybe can get a hit or two in a clutch situation, but really just does his work out in the field.
Exactly, yeah, he does his work out in the field. I mean, yeah, he's batting 2 for 13 this tournament with 3 strikeouts. And at Barton, another Barton product, in 22 games played, he posted a 250 average with 7 RBIs, 7 runs, 7 stolen bases, and 12 hits. And he's another one of those guys going to an MIAA school in Emporia. So, these guys, they top-loaded their lineup, bottom-loaded with defenders. So we'll see if these CBL guys can go out there and pitch a good one.
Yeah, and mentioning the CBL guys, we'll get to that when we return here. We'll walk you through this CBL lineup. But as for now, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes here on the Corn Belt League Radio Network. We are back here. Things getting ready to go underway here. Taking a quick look at this Corn Belt League lineup. Starting off, Danny Spangberg. We heard about his day last night. An incredible one. He'll be in the 1. Jackson Horn at the 2. Jackson Horn been having a pretty productive tournament. Pretty productive summer overall for him. Hitting in the 2 spot there. He'll be playing shortstop as well. Last night went 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs there. Hit a beautiful single down the right field line that just had the right fielder lost and emptied out the bases there on just 1 hit and then scored 2 runs on the day as well. We got Brendan Anderson in the 3 spot. Talked about him earlier. Mitchell Pomeroy batting cleanup as well. Eli McDonald back into the lineup after not being in it yesterday. He's looking to add on to that 4 for 5 day that he had 2 games ago. And what an incredible journey it's been for Eli McDonald, not being picked for the team, getting Guido to put him on the team, and showing out in that game 2 days ago.
Yeah, shout out to Guido for getting Eli McDonald on the team. Yeah, he was able to go 4 for 5 on Thursday and give the offense that spark that they needed. And we're looking for him to go 4 for 5 again today. See if he can repeat that performance.
We will really need that performance from him going up against a very tough pitching matchup there in Ty Reilly. In the 6th spot, Hunter Babe last night. Let me check his stats there. Number 40 playing first base, 1 for 3, 1 single, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. So pretty low-key night there from Hunter Babe in comparison to some of these other hitters. And then finally, first time seeing him this tournament, we see Cade Owens there in left field. Can also pitch, but mainly that outfielder position that we need from him. Isaac Bonner at the 4 spot there in second base. He'll be batting 8th, and then bring up the rear just like every single game that we've seen today is a catcher in the 9 spot. Anthony Pohl back behind the plate there today, just like he did yesterday. Teams are getting set and ready to go here. We're going to see the Great Bend Batcats up to bat first. But an interesting story here. No Spencer Crane. We haven't seen Spencer Crane in the lineup after such an efficient season here, as we do see a first pitch thrown. Danny Spangberg was there behind the plate. A great catch there.
It's the first pitch we've seen this tournament, so it's interesting to see. Maybe that's just a way of them kicking off kind of the last 2 or 3 rounds of the tournament. That was really cool to see.
Yeah, really cool first pitch there. We're going to assume it's from one of the sponsors of the tournament, getting their name and recognition out there. And Spangberg was behind there and had to make a little shift there. Throw was outside of the batter's box on the left-hand side, but we're going to ignore it and just enjoy the moment there that just happened.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's what makes baseball beautiful, right? You get those moments like that where you get fans, you get sponsors in, and that's just what makes baseball beautiful. The moments that you get to share with outsiders and people like that, and you can't really complain.
Yeah. And so with 4 minutes left to go here, we're taking a look, waiting for teams to get set and started and ready to go. It'll bring Alex Rogers, Conor Scott, and Nolan Riley up to bat first for the Batcats. Talked about that a little bit, but Alex Rogers really just our key player here for the Batcats. You got to get him on base first, and once he's on base, you got to be wary about the steals. We know that. I mean, Coach Hobbs is probably in the know about his speed there, and they'll probably see it on display here. So we will see how they decide to use C.J. Fleeman with the pickoff throws if he does get to first base.
Right, and I mean C.J. Fleeman's got to be varying his looks over there between the runner on first, who, if Alex gets on, plays a lot like Danny Spangberg, and he'll probably be looking to run within the first 2 to 3 pitches of the at bat. So yeah, Fleeman's got to be looking over there, glancing over, keeping them in his head, but still delivering good pitches to the batter.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing as Corn Belt League does get ready and set to take the field here. They'll jog out to their positions. A beautiful night here at Genesis Health Complex here in Goodard, Kansas. And a reminder that this is a radio-only stream. We do have video from the complex that is provided on their Facebook page, but if you want to do a little bit of listening to both, you can watch the game and hear us talk about it as well, as that stream does not have audio. And getting set there on the mound is lefty C.J. Fleeman. What an incredible season it was from him in the CBL. Pitched in that championship game, like we mentioned earlier, but throughout the season, 31 1/3, only gave up 28 hits, only 12 walks, 24 strikeouts, so 2-to-1 strike to walkout ratio, 1.79 ERA. Really, that's all you need to look at for him.
Really, that's all you need to look at. Watching him throw balls out there on the mound during his warm-ups, he kind of has another one of those slingshot type releases where he carries his momentum straight down, and he does a good job of keeping his motion nice and fluid, nice and simple. He's a pretty tough pitcher to hit with that, as you can see, with that 1.79 ERA. So this will be a good matchup for these Batcat hitters who we don't know if they've seen a lefty or not. If this is their first lefty, it should be a good matchup.
Yeah, we'll see. But lefty pitching to a heavy righty heavy lineup, I should say, is always going to be a tough matchup. But we saw Fleeman do pretty well in that championship game. Eventually, the Filth Ballers did end up winning that one, even though it got a lot closer than it should have been there at the end. The final score of that one was 4-5. As Fleeman gets ready, and the throwdown is from Pole, and we're set here for Alex Rogers to take the plate. You got to mention here, we talk a lot about the Corn Belt League jerseys and how they look nice with the gray tops and the gray shorts. Sorry, not the shorts, the gray pants. But the Batcats are pulling off a great look here tonight. Got the America-themed gray jerseys, the stripes on the backside and on the left shoulder, and you got the stars on the right shoulder, wearing white pants and a lot of blue socks out there tonight. So it's a good look for both teams here as we see Alex Rogers step into the batter's box, and he'll get set, and Fleeman looks ready to deliver the first pitch. First pitch is in, and it's a strike from Fleeman. Nice little change up there. So first pitch strike there from C.J. Fleeman working against Alex Rogers. And usually you see fastball first pitch, but Fleeman throws him off there with a little changeup. Second pitch of fastball swung on and missed there from Rogers. So it's 0-2, and Fleeman's ahead early.
Yeah, Fleeman looking very confident on the mound. You don't really normally see a first pitch changeup, especially the first pitch of the game, but he was able to locate it on the outer half of the plate, and that was a really, really good pitch to start off this game.
Now with the count 0-2, Fleeman with 3 pitches to throw away. You're looking at a curveball in the dirt here. Sets a fastball high. He gets him swinging. 3-pitch strikeout for the first out of the game from C.J. Fleeman.
And that's exactly what you're looking for if you're Fleeman, right? You set the tone. You get their best hitter out, their most dangerous base runner, their most dangerous hitter. Getting them out first is going to be key. And now things can start to get rolling for the CBL team.
Yeah, and a huge first out. Only 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Great start of the inning for C.J. Fleeman. Next batter up, Conor Scott here, the left fielder. First pitch, a curveball. It's going to be outside. Finally throwing a ball there after 3 straight strikes to Alex Rogers. Now Conor Scott lines up. And this one is sawed off straight behind the home plate. And so with the count 1-1, delivering here is C.J. Fleeman. And there's a strike. Swing and a miss there from the batter Conor Scott. So it counts now 1-2. And I'll count 1-2 here. Fleeman looks set and gets ready to deliver. And this one fouled off right towards the third base dugout. So his count sits 1-2. Conor Scott able to stay alive there, and Fleeman has been pretty accurate with his pitches today.
Yeah, he's been very accurate. He looks very poised out on the mound. He looks locked in, and you almost have to wonder if it's that pitcher-catcher battery right here.
Yeah, Pohl behind the plate, also a Filth Ballers player. As this one's outside, Pohl gets over to make the stop. Now the count sits 2-2 here, working against Conor Scott.
Yeah, you're still looking for that breakaway pitch right here. You've got one more pitch to work with here if you're Fleeman. Just put a curveball in the dirt or raise that fastball high. We'll see what he does here.
We saw him strike out Rogers with a fastball high. This one, is it on the low corner? No, it's not, just outside. So a full count worked here by Conor Scott. And now Scott settles in here for the full count pitch. Looking to put him away again here is Fleeman. On deck here is Nolan Riley, the third baseman. Pitches in. It's a swing and a miss there. So 2 straight strikeouts for C.J. Fleeman, and he is dealing right now.
Yeah, he looks confident on the mound. He's really trusting that fastball, utilizing that changeup also effectively. That was a really, really good at-bat right there by C.J. Fleeman. Really just dominating the first 2 at-bats, and we'll see if he can carry this deep as Coach Johnston Hobbs is looking for him to go deep into this outing.
Yeah, you want him to go deep, so you rest your power guys for tomorrow. You got 2 games tomorrow if they do win this one and win the semifinal. First pitch is in there for a strike, so another first pitch strike there for C.J. Fleeman, working against Nolan Riley. Riley on the tournament, he's been hitting 2 for 4 with 1 run scored. Sorry, that was last night. On the tournament, Riley's hitting 500, 7 for 14. As Riley lifts this one into left field, will they get under it? Yes, they will. Making the catch there in outfield is Cade Owens, so a nice little fly out to end the top of the first inning. We'll head to the CBL half when we return. We are back here, bottom of the first, coming up for the Corn Belt League. And they're just looking to get on this pitcher early and often. Reilly there, pitching Ty Reilly, player from Barton Community College. And Danny Spangberg, the leadoff man, as has been all tournament, really. I mean, there's 3 constants: life, death, taxes, and Danny Spangberg hitting leadoff here and hopefully getting on base.
I like that analogy right there, Arnav. That was a really good. I like that. I like that.
Appreciate that one. As Spangberg gets set here for the first pitch of his at bat, and it's just a touch outside there from Reilly. Saw him struggling with the zone command early in his warm-ups, and looks like he missed that one a little bit to the right of the plate here. So working against Spangberg with a 1-0 count. He delivers, and it's another pitch outside, so 2-0.
Yeah, if you're a pitcher coming into a game, you do not want to carry over your warm-ups to your actual plate appearances, right? So you want to be able to control yourself on the mound, take a deep breath, and slow the game down in your favor.
Spangberg lifts this one. It's high right center field. Will it get down? Yes, it will not. No, it will not, I should say. Spangberg lifts one. The center fielder, Rogers, able to run under it. We mentioned his speed early in the pregame. You saw his hat fly off there as he was able to use that range of field that he has that range he can cover and get under that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Spangberg for the CBL, a guy who's quick in the outfield, can flash leather when he needs to. And that's why they have him in center field, right? He can cover the most ground, and he showcased it there.
Jackson Horn takes the first pitch and lifts it in a shallow right field, but the right fielder able to get under it, so Jojo Nevis making the catch there on the first pitch hit, and it'll bring up Brendan Anderson, the designated hitter.
Yeah, we were talking about how Reilly was struggling in his warm-ups, and in the first couple pitches he looked like he was maybe a little lost out there on the mound, but he's really turned it around quite quick here.
Yeah, 2 first pitches balls, and then the next 2 pitches were both outs. You saw Spangberg fly out to center, and another fly out there from Horn to right, so it'll bring up Brendan Anderson, 3-spot hitter, designated hitter for today. First pitch is just a touch inside, so it'll be 1-0. And Brendan Anderson is okay with taking a walk, but he wants to hit one here and get that momentum going early as he heads into the later at-bats. Anderson rips this one foul, but it'll go over the net and over into field number 2. So that's 1-1. That's a pitch just missing low, so 2-1 the count is. And you see Rogers there in center field, shaded over just a little bit to the left. We know that Anderson's a pull hitter. Don't know if that's intentional as he pulls one there past the left field line, foul line, so it'll be 2-2. Don't know if that's intentional there from Rogers or he's just setting himself up there because he can take a step to his left faster. So we'll see if that comes into play here, see if Anderson can lift one over the shortstop and into that gap that's left there. You also have the left fielder playing way further back than the right fielder is, so another slight defensive shift there as Anderson steps out of the batter's box and looks to clear his mind and step back in with 2 outs. There's nobody on. Brendan Anderson looking to get on base. Be the first base runner of the game. The pitch is high, so it's a full count.
And like you said, Brendan Anderson doesn't want to take a walk here, but he also knows when to stay disciplined and watch balls that aren't strikes. So, I mean, he'll take a walk and we'll take a walk, but yeah, he definitely wants to swing the bat.
And right on cue, swinging the bat there. It's in foul territory. Will it go out of play? Yes, it will go out of play, so it's a foul ball. It was very close there to the fence, and almost jumping over the fence there was that right fielder, Jojo Nevis. But instead, it will be another opportunity for Anderson to put the ball in play with a 3-2 count.
Yeah, Brendan Anderson is a pitch count nightmare. Reilly came into this at bat, with very minimal pitch count, pretty low pitches. I believe he only threw 4 pitches coming into this at bat. So now he's been able to work, and this is a 6-pitch at bat going on 7 right here. So this is what Brendan Anderson does best.
Anderson rips another one foul, so we're going to pitch number 8 of the at bat. Anderson just staying alive. There, sees a pitch in the zone. He can make that contact with that very well. As Anderson gets ready here, another 3-2 pitch. And Reilly's looking to deliver and end the inning here. Pitches in from Reilly, and it's low in the dirt, so Anderson will head to first base on a full count walk and gets the first base runner of the game. It'll bring up the cleanup hitter in Mitchell Pomeroy.
Yeah, really disciplined at bat right there by BA, and that's exactly what he was wanting to do, right? Get the first base runner of the game in that 3-hole spot. He loves to swing the bat, but he'll also take a walk when he needs to.
And Mitchell Pomeroy, just about the exact opposite in terms of hitting from Brendan Anderson. Brendan Anderson, a pretty strong pull hitter. Mitchell Pomeroy, the opposite. He loves going oppo taco, as you like to say, Ethan. And there's another shot into right field. Will it get down? Yes, it will. It's heading all the way to the corner. BA's rounding third. Will he go home? Yes, he will. Is the throw in time? No, it is not. Sliding into home is Brendan Anderson. And it's an RBI triple for Mitchell Pomeroy.
Just as you were talking about him going oppo taco, he laces one down the right field line. What is this, a Taco Bell deal? Because Mitchell Pomeroy went oppo taco again. It's not Taco Tuesday yet.
We're going to be playing games on Tuesday, and Mitchell Pomeroy's hitting oppo taco there. The triple scores 1, and the Corn Belt League takes an early one-run lead. Now you've got him on third. Eli McDonald looking to continue on that 4-5 game that he had 2 days ago. He'll step in against Reilly, and the first pitch is in. It's a ball in the inside corner. I believe Pomeroy just took the first pitch he took and laced it. So Pomeroy saw that pitch really well and got a great jump on it. A second pitch from Reilly falls inside the zone, so it's 1-1 against McDonald.
See if Eli McDonald can stay hot here after his brilliant performance on Thursday.
And in the on-deck circle is Hunter Babe, another great contact hitter there for the Filth Ballers this season. As Eli McDonald swings and misses on that one, so it's 1-2.
If you're Reilly here, you have a couple waste pitches. See if you can get Eli McDonald swinging. Sometimes he can be a little bit trigger happy with that bat in these types of counts. So if you're Reilly, see if you can plant one in the dirt to see if he stays disciplined.
And right on cue, there's a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. McDonald will be thrown out at first. But the damage is done. The Corn Belt League get one on the board. We'll be back after the break as the Great Bend Batcats look to return. We are back here. Top of the second coming up. Carson Pracht, the 4-spot hitter, cleanup hitter here for the Great Bend Batcats. Up to bat here. He'll be playing shortstop today. And on the tournament practice, 4 for 14 with 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and 1 walk. First pitch in from Fleeman, who's dealing, is fouled off. So it's 0-1. Another first pitch strike there. 3 out of the 4 batters have been a first pitch strike. And Fleeman's just really establishing that dominance early.
Yeah, and he's also establishing the strike zone, right? He's letting this umpire and he's letting these other guys know exactly where the strike zone's at.
Second pitch is in. It's a strike looking there. So 0-2 the count is against Pracht. And now with the 0-2 count, Fleeman looking for a put-away pitcher. I'm saying throw it in the dirt, get him to chase. This one inside, it's roped into left field. Will it fall? Yes, it will. So it's the first hit of the day for the Batcats, and heading over to first is Carson Pracht.
Yeah, really good job of keeping your hands in on that ball. Fleeman left it kind of inside a little bit, but he left just enough of that ball over the plate where Pracht was able to utilize his pull side hit right there, and he was able to go pull side, and now he's standing on first with the leadoff single.
It'll bring up Coulter Maldonado, the second baseman, hitting in the 5 spot here for the Batcats. On the tournament, Maldonado 6 for 13 with 1 double, 1 RBI, 5 runs scored, and 4 strikeouts. Just last night, he was 2 for 4. So a huge game there last night from Maldonado. This one is pitched, and it misses. So it's a ball 1 here with a runner on first for Maldonado. Maldonado, another Barton Community College product that's on this team here for the Batcats. As another one lifted into left field. Will this one fall as well? Yes, it will. So it's 2 consecutive singles into left field for the Batcats. Now runners on first and second. No outs, bring up Connor Allen.
If you're Fleeman, you cannot let those 2 leadoff hits get to you here. You got to be able to still utilize that strike zone, work back to the dominance that worked for you in that first inning. Trust your stuff. These Batcat hitters, they're very disciplined, and they know when to hit at good pitches, and they will not be swinging at anything out of the zone. They are very disciplined hitters. So if you're Fleeman, you got to be able to test their aggressiveness.
Allen, the first baseman, hitting the 6th spot, wearing number 24. You know, they've been pulling towards the third base side. If they pull it on the ground here, that could be huge. As the first pitch is in for a strike on the inside line. What a great pitch that is from Fleeman. And Fleeman looks set again. He's ready to go. He's working very quickly here on the mound, not taking any time off, and just gets ready to throw the next ball in. Runners on first and second here with no outs. C.J. Fleeman working against Allen. Pitch is outside, just missing there, and a good check swing there from Allen for 1-1.
Yeah, a ground ball would be huge right here for Fleeman. Get 2 outs, and that would limit damage in this top half of the inning.
Count sits at 1-1 for Allen. Allen, another righty here, working against Fleeman, the lefty, and this one's just outside and missing the line there for 2-1.
Yeah, I talked earlier about discipline by these bat hitters, or these bat cat hitters, excuse me. That's a little bit of a tongue twister, but and Allen is showing and showcasing that right here.
Gotta say, love the logo from the Batcats. It's incredibly designed. As Allen is at the plate here with 2 on and no out. Runner goes from second to third, so only a single steal there, and it'll put runners on the corners. That's Pracht heading over on the stolen base. Maldonado remains at first. And if you're Pole, you're just going to let Maldonado take second here, right? There's no reason to risk a throw down, especially with no outs. Double play ball still in effect here. Pitch is outside, so it'll be a walk, and the bases are loaded. Fleeman has lost that control that he had early on in the first inning.
Yeah, he looked so great in the first inning, and yeah, he just hasn't been able to find this stuff. You almost have to wonder if maybe his hands are a little sweaty, if the sun's starting to bother him, if the heat's starting to bother him. But if you're Fleeman, control yourself out on the mound. Make this at bat yours. Control this at bat. A strikeout would be huge.
You just do not want the ball in play. Ball in play scores 1, potentially 2 here, even if it is just a ground out. First pitch up and inside for ball 1.
I do not like a curveball right there on the first pitch of the at bat. You know, you've been struggling to find your command, and if you are ready, if your curveball isn't already your primary pitch, why throw it on the first pitch of the at bat?
Nodelman, the catcher, 2 for 2 on the tournament. 1 double, 1 home run, sitting on an OPS of 3, I believe, or 4. Yeah, slugging percentage would be 3. OPS is 4. He's got a 100 on base percentage there as he takes a big cut there for 1-1. And Fleeman's really got to settle in here. Do not let that runner at third or runner at first distract you. Settle in, get a strikeout here, and set yourself up good. Set yourself up good for the next batter, which is the pitcher, Reilly. Big cut there from Fleeman. Sorry, from Nodelman. And Fleeman's up in the count, 1-2.
Nodelman is looking like he's about to swing out of his shoes right here on these pitches. I mean, he is wanting to absolutely crank these. He's not keeping his head down as he's swinging through the zone, though. If he could do that, he could make some serious contact with the ball.
So with the count 1-2 here, pull behind the plate to Fleeman on the mound. Fleeman gets a signal, pitches in, is way inside, almost hitting Nodelman. And the count sits at 2-2.
If I'm Pole, I am restraining from calling a curveball again until you know that Fleeman can throw it for a strike. He just has not been able to locate with that curveball. And throwing it early in the count like that, yeah, you have a waste pitch, but try to locate and get a fastball right here.
There's a 2-2. It's fouled back, so it'll be another 2-2 count coming up for Nodelman. Bases are loaded. You've got Pracht at third, Maldonado at second, and Allen at first here for the Batcats. And after being shut down by Fleeman in the first inning, they're slowly getting to him here in the second. You got to think if you're Hobbs in such a high leverage situation, you're definitely got someone up in the bullpen. As there's a fly ball lifted to right field. Can Pomeroy get to it? Yes, he can. Runner will tag and score 1, but it's an out here for the Corn Belt League as Pracht comes in from third to score, and Maldonado moves over to third. So the sac fly from Nodelman will bring up the pitcher, Reilly. Number 34 from Barton Community College. And runners on the corners here, and Allen and Maldonado. Pomeroy had a sprint over to catch that one, and he was in no position to make that throw home, so he just ate that one, threw it to the cutoff man, and we've got a 1-1 game here. First pitch outside for 1-0.
Yeah, he saved 2 or 3 more runs right there. I mean, that could have easily been a bases clearing double or triple. That was a really good job by Pomeroy on tracking that ball down.
Second pitch way inside there, and it'll be 2-0. Working against the pitcher Ty Reilly, you gotta hope for some weak contact here, especially with Allen at first base. There's a pitch outside. Fleeman's just got to settle in and throw one in the zone here. Now the count's sitting at 3-0.
Yeah, if you're Reilly here, you're recognizing that you're going to be getting a pitch. If you have the green light, go for it. If you don't, obviously you want to watch the pitch.
Yeah, do not want to throw a 4-pitch ball walk here if you're Fleeman. That would push Allen over, and there's one over the plate for 3-1. Allen's still at first base here. Maldonado's at third. So runners on the corners here for the Batcats. And there's a pitch. Is it inside? Yes, it is for strike 2. Just catching the inside corner there. Reilly had already started his way down to first. Instead, it's 3-2. Full count here for Fleeman, looking to put away Reilly. Once again, you got to think you're fired up. Saw it yesterday happen as well. Batter thinking it was ball 4. Instead, it's another strike call as Reilly fouls this one off. So, got Allen at first base, Maldonado at third, and Reilly up to bat here. Full count coming up with 1 out. And Fleeman, after dominating the first 3 batters for the Batcats, struggle here in the second inning. There's a swing up. It's to the second baseman. Is it a double play ball? There's one. Can they get 2? Yes, they can. It will be a double play, so no run score. Able to get out of the jam. Runners on the corners with only 1 run given up is Fleeman. He gives props to his defense for making that play. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's all tied up here in Goddard, Kansas. We'll be back when we return. We are back here. We've got Babe, Owens, and Bonner due up. Hunter Babe, the first baseman, wearing number 40, played for the champion Filth Wallers. Dad is the assistant coach for the Corn Belt League. Heading over to first base, he's Sonny Sunnigal, the coach for the Black Sox, now coaching with this team as an assistant. Got Babe there at third, and then head coach Johnston Hobbs in the dugout. The first pitch is ripped past the first baseman. Hunter Babe takes the first pitch and pulls it to the right field line. So he's on with the first pitch single, and it'll bring up Cade Owens for his first at-bat of the tournament.
Yeah, he did not give us time to breathe up here, nor did he give Reilly time to breathe up there. He took that first pitch, which was left right over the heart of the plate, and Babe does exactly what he does best and pull the ball right between that 3 and 4 gap.
Yeah, we saw it. We mentioned it to each other during this warm-up that Reilly was doing before the inning that he was finally throwing strikes more consistently, and Babe must have noticed it too and took the first pitch to the right field line as Owens shows bunt, pulls back. Babe not the fastest guy here as the count sits at 1-0.
Babe, yeah, like you said, not the fastest guy, but you got to think that Hobbs, who likes to play small ball, is going to maybe lay down a bunt or a little bit of a hit and run situation here.
Owens hit .308 here with the Crop Dusters during the regular season. This is a pitch that misses again for 2-0.
And this is the first time we've seen Owens this tournament. And I know Owens is a certified baller, and I know that he can hit the ball very well.
Can also pitch the ball very well. We saw him close a few games out for the Crop Dusters. There's one game that comes into mind here. He hit a home run in the first inning and then proceeded to close out the game in the seventh inning, gave up bases loaded with 0 outs, and then just threw 3 straight strikes. Sorry, not 3 straight strikeouts, but got 3 straight outs to close out the game. Is high leverage situation there from Cade Owens, but he said he just wanted to put pressure on himself and see if he could deliver. I'm going to doubt if that's true here as the count goes to 3-1. I don't think any pitcher wants to load up the bases in the bottom of the seventh while you're only up 1.
I mean, that's quite a relief appearance right there, coming on to close a game that had bases loaded, and he comes in and gets 3 straight outs. I mean, that's about as clutch as a pitch as you can get.
Owens now with the 3-1 swings and lines it. Is it going to fall in shallow right field? No, it will not. It'll go straight to Nevis in right field, so Hunter Babe will return to first. It'll be 1 away here for the Corn Belt League.
Yeah, and Owens in his first plate appearance in the tournament looked very confident up at the plate, took what he got, went a little oppo with that, but that was a really good job right there by Reilly, varying your looks, varying your locations as well, and recognizing that you have a brand new hitter up at the plate who hasn't seen any reps yet this tournament. So being aggressive on the mound Reilly was able to get that out.
Going to bring up the left-handed Isaac Bonner. He'll look at the first pitch inside, and Bonner, a second baseman, who plays second base today, but also played a little bit of shortstop during the regular season in the Corn Belt League. Bonner with 9 hits, 7 RBIs, hitting .222 during the regular season. He played for the Filth Ballers as well, so one of the 10 guys on this CBL roster that played for the Filth Ballers as the count jumps to 2-0.
He's one of those guys that prioritizes his defense a little bit more than he will prioritize his bat sometimes, but he can definitely still go up there and get you a hit.
Yeah, they have him in the 8 spot here, just because Hobbs loves to put that catcher in the 9 spot. You've seen it in 3 out of the 4 games. The only game where the catcher was not in the 9 spot was when PJ Laux was hitting. We saw that yesterday. He hit in the 9 spot because it was his first day in Wichita, and he started a game right away. Now Bonner with the count sitting at 3-0, looks at a pitch straight down the middle for 3-1. You got Hunter Babe on first base. Anthony Pohl waiting on deck. And now if you're Isaac Bonner, you got to look for a pitch here. Try and deliver this one opposite field. Got a big gap there in left center. There's a pitch that misses, so it'll be runners on first and second for AP.
Yeah, AP comes to the plate here looking to do some damage. You want to also keep the ball off the ground as Nodelman goes out to talk to his pitcher, Reilly, and you almost have to think they're going to do a little bit of a strategic defensive positioning right here. The Batcats, I mean, you got a pretty good hitting catcher coming up and pull runners who aren't the quickest runners, so you got to wonder what both coaches are thinking. You're going to see if maybe they're going to start to play different kinds of cards, see if they've got the ace of spades in their hand, and we'll see kind of what plays out here.
Yeah, if I'm the Batcats here, I'm saying you don't have the fastest guy there at second, so a single here is okay because most likely the runner's going to hold up at third, especially if it's a hard hit single right to one of your fielders. But you're playing that double prevent defense. You do not want to give up anything over your heads because then that scores 2 and pushes Pohl into scoring position. I mean, you see Pohl at second. He's a lot faster than Senior, one of the other catchers we've seen. Not as fast as Nick Carlson, the third catcher on the CBL team, but he's definitely got a bit of speed there at the plate right now in Anthony Pohl.
Exactly, and despite that fly out to right field, Reilly's had 2 walks this inning, so if you're Pohl, be patient at the plate and let Spangberg, who's a very dangerous hitter, come up with bases loaded.
So with the count 0-0, you got Hunter Babe at second. First pitch is in there for a strike. It's a huge curveball. Nice movement there. Vertical movement from Reilly to get Pohl looking at 0-1.
Yeah, he started that ball at Pohl's head and was able to just kind of curve right in. That's why it's called a curveball. Curve right in for a strike.
So now Pohl with the 0-1 here. Looks at a pitch that's in there. It's a fastball in the low half, so it's 0-2, and Pohl's looking to stay alive here. Do not want to go down in 3 strikes.
Yeah, and Riley's came right out of the gate after that mound meeting and thrown 2 straight beautiful pitches to pull right here. And he's got 3 pitches to work with as waste pitches. So we'll see if he goes for the strikeout here or teases pull a little bit.
0-2 delivery here, and Pull rips one. Will it go foul? Instead, it's dropped by the third baseman. They look like they call it foul, so heading back is Pull, and that could have been a catastrophe for the Corn Belt League.
Yeah, that could have been bad for the Corn Belt League. That could have very well been an ending inning double play. But the third baseman, Reilly, did kind of drop that ball a little bit, so I don't think they would have gotten the double play, but that still could have been very dangerous.
0-2 again here, delivery from Ty Reilly. Big swing and a miss there from Pull, and it'll be 2 outs, and it'll bring up Danny Spangberg, the leadoff hitter for the Corn Belt League.
And Danny, very dangerous hitter right here. Very dangerous. Reilly's seen him before, though. He flew out to center field in his last at-bat, and he pieced one up on Reilly, who at that point was struggling with this command a little bit. But let's see if Spangberg and Reilly can learn from their previous experience together, and we'll see who comes out in this battle on top.
Yeah, we saw Spangberg lift one, absolutely crushed it to deep right center, but the range from Alex Rogers out there, just able to get to it in time. As the first pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, and this ump has started to favor that inside part of the plate. He wasn't calling that in the first inning, and he started to work inside on both teams here. So the Corn Belt and the Bat Cats are going to have to adjust to that inside strike.
There's a swing on that inside pitch there, and Spangberg falls behind 0-2 early. Score sits at 1-1. We saw a run scored by Brendan Anderson after reaching first on a walk and then being scored on an RBI triple from Mitchell Pomeroy. As Spangberg looks at that one just low. It counts as 1-2. I don't think that one missed by very much.
No, and Reilly wanted that pitch. He really wanted that pitch based off his body language coming off the mound there. You could definitely tell he wanted that pitch. But good eye right there by Spangberg to keep that bat alive.
And now with Spangberg at the plate here. This one's fouled off into right field. And it'll bring up another 1-2 count for Danny Spangberg, number 19. And now with the count 1-2. Spangberg lifts one into right field. Can he get down in fair territory? No, it's just foul from Spangberg. He got a piece of that one. He lifted it to the right field line and just about 3 feet foul is that pitch. And so unfortunate for Spangberg. We thought he had an RBI there.
Yeah, and then, I mean, Babe, now he has to run all the way back to second. As a base runner, you're feeling a little winded. You got to go back to that bag and kind of catch your breath a little bit as, you're banking on that one being a fair ball, but now Babe and Bonner have to go back to their respective bases, and they're sucking wind. I know they're sucking wind over there.
So you got Babe on second, Bonner at first. Spangberg up to bat here. Now with the count still 1-2. Spangberg looking to stay alive. And Spangberg swings and misses. There's another strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning. Second consecutive strikeout there for Reilly. And he sits down the Corn Belt League. No runs scored in the bottom of the second. 2 base runners, 1 single from Hunter Babe. Bonner reaching on a walk. But other than that, nothing goes. And it'll bring up the Bat Cats in the top of the third. back here. Top of the third coming up. Jojo Nevis, Alex Rogers, Conor Scott due up for the Batcats. 9-1-2 coming up. And Jojo Nevis during the tournament, not the most effective tournament hitting, but he's been pretty effective there out in the field. He's currently hitting 2 for 13 with 3 runs scored and 3 strikeouts. Not the best piece of news when you have the same amount of strikeouts as runs scored, but Jojo Nevis looking to get something going here for the Batcats, who scored 1 run in the top of the second. His first pitch is in from Fleeman, and it's in there for a strike. Good pitch on the upper half.
Yeah, and this is a bounce back inning right here for Fleeman. You struggled with your command a little bit that last inning. This is a little bit of a bounce back inning for Fleeman to regain his control.
Yeah, the Batcats had 1 out with bases loaded, and Fleeman got out of it with only 1 run given up. So, not the worst situation here for Fleeman as you got a tie ball game. And there's a bunt laid down from Jojo Nevis, and it falls foul. It looked like that pitch was way inside.
I believe that hit Nevis, but since he was bunting, the bat is across the plane, so that is considered a strike. It does not matter if it hit you or not. If you're bunting and still have the bat across the plane, that is still considered a strike.
So now Fleeman with the 0-2 count, looking to put away Nevis. There's a swing and a miss for Nevis, so another strikeout, the 3rd strikeout of the day for C.J. Fleeman, puts away the 9-spot hitter for the Batcats and brings up the top of the order.
Yeah, what a strikeout right there by Fleeman. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and he put them all in 3 different locations, really working that eye level. He didn't know if he was going to expect an inside, an outside, up, down. So that was really good pitch mix, really good location mix right there by Fleeman as he's able to work a pretty efficient 1 out.
That'll bring up Alex Rogers last time up. CJ threw 3 pitches, 3 strikes for a strikeout swinging against Rogers. Looking to replicate that here, working against the center fielder. Big cut here. It's to the first baseman. Hunter Babe fields it. Can he get to the base in time? Yes, he can. Unassisted play there at first base from Hunter Babe. And 4 pitches, 2 outs here for Fleeman as that'll bring up the left fielder, Conor Scott.
And he just got a 1 pitch out on the most dangerous hitter in the Batcat lineup. So if you're Fleeman, you can now take a deep breath and go into the second hitter who you still should not take lightly, but you can take a deep breath and thank your defense, and you can keep rolling.
Conor Scott, also another strikeout, a full count strikeout last time up. Fleeman looking to add to his strikeout total, got 3 on the day. Big first swing there from Scott, and it's 0-1. Coming in today, Conor Scott, 5 for 13, 1 home run, 2 singles, 4 RBIs, 4 runs scored. So a little bit of power there in the 2 spot for the Batcats. There's a great curveball, but it misses just outside and had that outside to inside movement that we'd love to see from Fleeman as a lefty, but just missing that location by maybe 6 inches or so.
I mean, that just missed. Just missed. I thought that was a very brilliant curveball right there. He located it perfectly.
1-1, swung on, and it goes foul. Now it's 1-2. 2 strikes. Fleeman look to work that put away pitch here. Going to hopefully see curveball in the dirt. Don't want to give him anything in the zone. Just try and catch him swinging here. As Fleeman delivers a 1-2, and it's way outside. Good snag there from Pohl behind the plate. Doesn't really mean anything with no runners on, but Pohl laying out for the ball.
I mean, you don't want your catcher to work more than they have to out there in this heat. And if you're Fleeman, I mean, you just gather your stuff. If you're Scott, you're looking for a curveball here. He threw a curveball on an 0-2 pitch that almost got called for a strike. So if you're Scott, you're looking for that pitch again.
2-2 the count is. That one inside. Will it go in for a strike? Just missing. Good framework behind the plate there from Pohl, but just a little bit outside.
Yeah, the whole infield, pretty much the whole Corn Belt team thought that was a strike, and they began running off the field. That ball was pretty much right down the middle. I'm surprised how that ball was not called for a strike.
3-2, and it swung on, fouled off. And the umpire goes out to have a talk here with Fleeman. Got to think that they're having a chat about either
strike zone.
The strike zone. Maybe Fleeman said something, but looks like it's all cleared up, and the umpire will head back.
I mean, you have to question where that ball was at on that pitch. I mean, that crossed over pretty much the middle of the plate, and it wasn't high, it wasn't low. So you have to wonder what the umpire was seeing there. I thought that was a good pitch. The whole field thought that was a good pitch. So I mean, he gets to continue battling.
Yeah, full count here. Last time Conor Scott worked a full count, he struck out swinging. So let's see if Fleeman can replicate that. Instead, it's a walk on the inside line. So heading over to first on a full count walk is Conor Scott.
I mean, that's just really unfortunate right there for Fleeman. You throw 2 strikes that should have been called for a strike, and then you end up giving the walk. And you can't let the umpires start to decide this game. If you're either team, you got to just be able to throw strikes. If you're Reilly and Fleeman, and I mean both pitchers. I mean he's keeping it consistent for both sides. But if you're both pitchers, just battle and work around this umpire.
Nolan Riley, number 15, the third baseman, up. Can be used pretty much anywhere on the field. He's a pretty utility guy. They try and get the pickoff. Making the pickoff move was Fleeman. Hunter Babe throws it down to second, but there's no one covering second base, and just a defensive error there between Bonner and Jackson Horn. And heading over to second there is Scott.
Yeah, I don't think they're expecting. I don't think Horn or Bonner were expecting Fleeman to throw over to Babe on that pickoff move, and they were not. Both of them were not ready to cover the bag right there on the return throw.
Fleeman gets set here. First pitch outside, working against Nolan Riley. So the count is 1-0. 2 outs. Runner on second is Conor Scott. Nolan Riley's at the plate for the Batcats. Good pitch straight down the middle. That was almost identical to that last pitch we were talking about. That should have gotten Conor Scott out looking, but instead he's at second base, and Nolan Riley has the count at 1-1.
Beautiful pitch right there by Fleeman. Good job on that command with that 2-seam fastball. That looked beautiful coming out of his hand, and his arm angle looked almost identical to one of Garrett Cole.
Fleeman now getting set to deliver the 1-1. This one ripped up center field. Will it get down? Yes, it will. Closing in on it is Spangberg, making the throw home. No, he will not. He'll eat it instead. And scoring a run there are the Great Bend Batcats. So after reaching second base on a walk and then a stolen base, scoring there is Conor Scott.
Yeah, really good job right there on piecing that ball up to the middle to center field right there by Scott. And I mean, Fleeman left one over the middle. Fleeman, left one over the middle part of the plate, and Scott did what he could do best and take that ball. And now Great Bend's working. They've got 2 outs, and they just took the lead.
Yeah, a 2-1 lead. The first time in this tournament that we've seen the Corn Belt League work from behind. As they're down. Sorry, I stand corrected. We did go up 4 in the top half of the first, but ended up scoring 9 in the bottom half of the first. So Corn Belt League has worked from down before. As Riley's on first base after that RBI single. That scored Conor Scott to make the lead 2-1. His first pitch swung on by Pracht.
And a couple defensive miscues have put the Corn Belt down in this game. Fleeman's throwing strikes, but a couple defensive miscues and a couple well-placed hits by the Great Bend Batcats have put them ahead in this game so far.
Yeah, I mean, first you thought we had Scott on the pickoff. Sorry, on the pitch that was straight down the middle for a strike that was called a ball. As there's another strike there, so the count's 0-2 against Pracht. Then you get Scott on the pickoff, but there's no one covering second, so Scott is able to just walk into second base, and then he scores on the single.
And then you have to factor in a couple missed calls behind the plate. So just all those added up has resulted in Great Bend shifting the tides here in the top half of the third.
Count sits at 0-2. There's a pickoff throw to first. Nolan Riley walks back. With the 0-2 count, Fleeman just needs to put away Pracht and send it to the bottom half. Fleeman gets set here with the 0-2 runner on first, 2 outs. Pitches outside, swung on and missed. Another strikeout. Chalk it down for Carson Pracht. That's his 4th strikeout of the day, but the damage is done. The Batcats take the lead, and we'll have the Corn Belt League's attempt to response when we return. are back here. Things getting underway. The Corn Belt League in a one-run deficit here. You got Horn, Anderson, and Pomeroy coming up. Horn, the shortstop last time up. Hit one into shallow right field, but able to run under it was the right fielder, Nevis. He'll be looking to turn the tides here as he steps into the batter's box. Reilly ended the inning on 2 consecutive strikeouts after giving up a single to Babe to start the inning. His first pitch is in. It's strung on by Horn. He lifts this one into shallow right again. Getting under it is Nevis. So Horn will head back to the plate. Another first pitch swung on by Horn and another fly ball to right field.
Yeah, and since the wind is carrying out to left, that ball just isn't quite able to carry if you hit it out to the right side for these hitters. So Horn just getting it in the air on the first pitch, seeing the ball well, just not able to carry.
And that'll bring up Brendan Anderson, the designated hitter. Last time up, reached on a walk and then made it all the way around the bases on a Mitchell Pomeroy triple. First pitch misses inside. The count sits at 1-0 for BA.
There is no wasted movement in Reilly's motion when he pitches. It's very fluent.
There's a check swing on a pitch low. Not going around is Anderson for the 2-0.
Like I mentioned in BA's first at-bat, or Brendan Anderson, he's a very disciplined hitter. He knows when he's supposed to swing, and he knows exactly what his pitch is, and he will absolutely crush one to left field when he recognizes that pitch.
The 2-0 count here. Another pitch in the dirt for 3-0, and you got to assume BA's getting the red light here. Saw him walk on a full count last time. He'll try to do it in 4 pitches here. As BA gets set, Riley looks in for the 3-0 and delivers. And it's straight down the middle for strike 1. 3-1 the count now sits, and now BA's looking to hit.
BA's looking to hit. Riley's looking to throw one in the zone. You can't throw a waste pitch. This has got to be your best.
BA lifts this one opposite field. Will it get down? Yes, it will in right field for the single for Brendan Anderson. Second time up, second time on base, and he's at first again for Mitchell Pomeroy.
Yeah, BA does exactly what he does best. Instead of taking a hit on his pull side, he does a good job of letting that ball travel in, that changeup travel in, and he goes oppo. You don't really see an opposite field hit on a changeup very often, but he did a good job of going oppo and exposing that gap, that large gap that Nevis is playing on that right field line.
It'll bring up Mitchell Pomeroy. Pomeroy loves that ball in the right center field, and that pitch goes up, and BA is going to take second. There's no one at second. Good pick play there from Maldonado to keep the ball in play, as BA could have potentially taken third there, but good awareness from Brendan Anderson to see that the catcher mishandled the ball and advancing to second on the stolen base.
Yeah, that's very key for BA. That's a very good read right there on the pitch from BA. That takes a double ball out of play, but Nodelman's got to be very careful. He did not have a fielder running over to get that play.
First pitch is in, missing. Sorry, that's the second pitch for ball 2. So the first pitch mishandled there by Nodelman. That led to the Brendan Anderson steal. All right, this is one into right field. It's a sharp ball, and it drops. 1 run will score. They're going to send BA home. And no, just kidding. He will return. So runners on the corners for Eli McDonald.
Yeah, third base coach Dan Babe threw up the stop sign right there on BA rounding third. I mean, he was like a bulldozer rounding third right there. No one was going to stop him, but he slammed on the brakes and almost like boom right away. I mean, he just boom. And good job of getting back right there from BA as the first baseman, Allen, was able to cut that ball off and prevent damage.
So now with runners on first and third, McDonald showing bunt here. Pulls back for the steal from Pomeroy. First pitch is a ball, but Pomeroy advances to second on the stolen base. Pomeroy, for such a tall guy, you think the tall guys can't move that fast. Pomeroy's got wheels, and he can definitely take a base when he needs to.
Pomeroy can book it.
So now 2 runners in scoring position for McDonald, who rips one high foul. Count sits at 1-1. 1-1 with 1 out here for the Corn Belt League. McDonald hit 4 for 5 against the Midwest Moose. First time up, a strikeout swinging against Reilly. And this one will go foul, so he'll go down 1-2 in the count. Pomeroy's at second. Anderson's at third. Anderson reached on a single and then advanced to third on the Pomeroy single to right field, and then Pomeroy ended up stealing second. So now 2 runners in scoring position. McDonald, a ground ball to second base. Brendan Anderson will score. Did McDonald beat the throw? No, he did not. A close play there at first. McDonald's speed got him within range there of making the bag there, but unfortunately it's a ground up for him, but Brendan Anderson scores and we've got a tie game.
Yeah, Maldonado almost let that ball travel too far, and he wasn't able to gather it on the first hop. He let it take that second hop, and Eli McDonald has very underrated speed, and he was flying down the line right there. And if he would have beat that out, that would have been kind of bad for the Batcats.
Instead, Pomeroy's at third. Batter at the plate here is Hunter Babe, and he hits a foul ball. Can he beat the pitcher out to first? No, he cannot. And that would be the third out of the inning, but the Corn Belt League ties it right back up. It's 2-2 as we head into the top of the fourth.
Welcome back to the beautiful Genesis Sports Complex here in Goodard, Kansas. As in that previous half inning, the Corn Belt League was able to put a run in the bottom half on a single by Pomeroy down the right field line, and that was a great hit right there by Pomeroy. And due up for the Batcats here is Coulter Maldonado, Connor Allen, and Grant Nottleham, excuse me. So we'll see if Fleeman can get his stuff back under control and attack Maldonado here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Fleeman responds after giving up one in both the top of the second and the top of the third as he hits a batter, and walking down to first there is Maldonado.
Yeah, as Fleeman hits Maldonado on the very first pitch of that bat. And the Great Bend Batcats have runners on. Next up is number 24, Connor Allen. In the second inning, he grounded to the shortstop on a 6-4 ground out. Let's see if he can get some runners moving. See if Fleeman can keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to look for that double play ball. He's going to throw high in the zone. Look for a little tomahawk chop or something from Allen to force a double play ball to either himself or the second or third baseman.
Maldonado gets the lead. Fleeman with the pitch. Called strike as Pohl throws down to check on Maldonado as he was getting a little bit of aggressive lead over there on an 0-1 count. As Allen steps back into the batter's box with an 0-1 count. Fleeman gets ready to deliver the pitch.
Yeah, and with this 0-1 count, you got to think something in the zone here. As time is called there from Allen, he's going to step back out of the batter's box.
Fleeman walks behind the mound as he's trying to contemplate maybe what he's trying to do here on an 0-1 count, see what he wants to go with, see if him and Pohl are working, see if that chemistry's clicking. He's getting ready to deliver on the 0-1 as he throws over to check on Maldonado. Fleeman's doing a good job of keeping Maldonado at check over there. Does not want Maldonado to go. He wants to keep that double play ball in order. Fleeman gets ready to deliver the pitch. The pitch is just a bit outside for ball one, making it a 1-1 count.
Not a bad pitch there if you're Fleeman. You know, you located that curve well. You had good movement on it. Just need to push it more to the inside of the plate there, just catching the outside of that left-handed batter's box. Unfortunate for him.
Fleeman delivers. Oh, throws it over on a pickoff as the first base coach for the Great Bend Batcats is contesting that Fleeman might have balked there. He's going to plead his case, but it doesn't look like the field umpire is going to waver on his no call.
Yeah, an interesting play there. We saw it a few times yesterday as well. There was a pitcher who had a really good jump and turn pickoff move, but it always looked like he was balking.
Fleeman delivers the pitch high and outside for ball 2, making it a 2-1 count. And yeah, I mean, the first base coach right there was pleading for a balk, but the field umpire was not wavering on his call. You got to wonder if the first base coach, who has direct line with Fleeman, saw something that the field ump did not see.
That could have been the case there, but also could have been a case of just trying to advance that runner without risking a steal here.
Swing and a miss right there on Fleeman on a great fastball, evening the count at 2-2. And you have to wonder if the Great Bend Batcats are going to maybe put a guy in motion to get a hit and run here.
Yeah, especially with that 2-2 count here. You know, you got to be protecting the plate here, so a potential hit and run situation is in order here for the Batcats. Another pickoff move there. It's gathered by Babe, and back in time is Maldonado.
Yeah, Fleeman's really looking over there at Maldonado, keeping them in check. We'll see if the Batcats stay aggressive and decide to send him here on the 2-2 pitch as Fleeman gathers. Just a bit outside, pushing the count to a full count at 3-2. You have to wonder where that pitch missed.
Yeah, just a little bit outside there from Fleeman, working that fastball with a little bit two-seam movement from inside to out. That arm side run from Fleeman always looks good from up here, but just maybe something that the umpire's seen that we can't.
The full count pitch. Swung on and missed right there for Allen, pushing the out to the first out. Good job right there by Fleeman on unleashing his fastball right there and getting the first out for the Corn Belt League.
Yeah, a huge pitch there from Fleeman. You hold Maldonado at first. You don't give up a second base runner and put a runner in scoring position. So with bringing Nodelman up, the left-handed, a lefty-lefty matchup here, don't see this very often, and it's always an advantage for the pitcher. And with Maldonado at first, Nodelman's going to look to advance him.
Maldonado, his last pitch, sac fly to center field on a 4-pitch at bat as he takes that ball to left field. Owens camping under it, makes the catch for the second out as he throws that ball back in. Pretty efficient pitch right there. 1 pitch, 1 out right there for Fleeman.
Yeah, and with 2 outs now, this could be a huge escape here. You give up an early base runner in Maldonado, but you get 2 quick outs here if you're Fleeman, and another one here pushes it to the Corn Belt half.
Yeah, next up for the Great Bend Batcats is number 34, Ty Reilly. In the second inning, he hit into a 6-4-3 double play, which ended the inning. So we'll see if Fleeman can work another ground ball here or be aggressive on the mound and see if he can give him his best stuff. As Fleeman gathers himself for the pitch, as he tosses over to check on Maldonado again, and he's really focusing on Maldonado over there.
Yeah, it's got to be the 4th or 5th time he's thrown over there to Babe at first base, trying to catch Maldonado sleeping. But you got to remember, last time they did that, they didn't have someone covering second. And we saw Allen head over as Pole gets up, fires a strike down, and a little bit too fast there is Maldonado. He'll take second base. So now a runner in scoring position for the Batcats.
Yeah, the called strike right there on the pitch, but Pole was not able to deliver a strike in time as Maldonado got a great jump. And now the Great Bend Batcats are working with runners in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, that runner on second is huge. You're single. You got to think scores with the speed we just saw from Maldonado. So Reilly's just got to put this one in play. He does the pitcher. Not much hitting experience last time up. Reilly struggled here. He hit into, I believe, a double play.
Fleeman gets ready to deliver the pitch. As Reilly delivers it, just past the diving Hunter Babe. Maldonado's waved home. Will he score? Yes, he will, as Pomeroy gets it into Isaac Bonner. Great hit right there by the pitcher, Reilly. And the Great Bend Batcats jump out ahead again, 3-2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive innings where Fleeman's given up at least 1 run. We'll see if that spirals into something else here. But if you're Coach Johnston Hobbs, you got to be thinking, when are you pulling him? You don't want to get this game to get too far out of hand. I think give him another inning or so, and then you look to your bullpen. You got Theo Hughes, you got Corey Palmer in there as well. So a few guys that can really deal here for the Corn Belt League.
Yeah, next up, Joel Nevis. In his last at-bat in the top half of the third inning, he struck out on 3 pitches, and that's when Fleming was maybe starting to get his stuff again. Let's see if he can use Nevis as another way to get back on track. As the pitch is delivered into the zone, swing and a miss right there by Joel Nevis, and Fleeman just showcasing that fastball again.
Yeah, huge pitch for him. First pitch strikes have been huge for Fleeman. He's been getting a lot of outs there. When he does get that first pitch strike, he's just got to stay ahead of Nevis. You struck him out last time on 3 pitches. Let's see if you can do it again here to end the inning.
Yeah, Fleeman really showcasing the velocity he can possess on that fastball as he delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swung and missed again by Joel Nevis as 2 pitches, 2 swing and misses right there for Fleeman.
Yeah, Nevis really struggling at the plate throughout this whole tournament, really. He's been 2 for 14 coming into today. 0-1 on the day, and now behind again, 0-2. Expect off-speed here from Fleeman. He can really catch a batter out in front here with a changeup.
Big pitch right here for Fleeman on the 0-2 count. As Joel Nevis sends it to the shortstop. Horn makes the play, throws it on to Bonner to end the inning. Great Bend, 1 hit, 1 earned run. And as the Corn Belt League goes into the top half of the 4th, or the bottom half of the 4th, down by 1. Welcome back to the Genesis Health Sports Complex here at field number 1. And in the top half of the 4th, the Great Bend Batcats were able to take the lead on a base hit by the pitcher, Ty Reilly. He was able to send that one to right field and give the Great Bend Batcats a lead.
Yeah, and his first time actually hitting, did not hit in college. Last time he hit was in high school. He's able to deliver in a huge way for the Great Bend Batcats as they restore their 1-run lead.
And due up for the Corn Belt, Owens, Bonner, and Pull, 7, 8, 9. So we'll see if the Corn Belt League can get something going here. The pitch from Reilly. Low for ball 1. Owens in his last at bat flew out to the right fielder, Joel Nevis, as he was able to make a great run on that ball and track it down. It's the 1-0 pitch from Reilly. Just catches the bottom half of the plate, evening the count at 1-1.
Yeah, huge pitch there from Reilly. You do not want to go down, especially to Cade Owens in a 2-0 count. He got pieced up last time, was helped out by his right fielder there, Nevis, and so we'll see how he attacks this 1-1.
Reilly settling in. Misses high and inside, pushing the count to 2-1. And Reilly's been really impressive on the mound after a shaky start. He's been able to limit the Corn Belt's bats as much as possible.
Yeah, obviously giving up 1 run in the bottom of the 3rd after that bottom of the 1st is not bad, especially against a potent offense like the Corn Belt League.
The 2-1 pitch, not caught by Nodelman, but it does not matter as the umpire still calls that a strike as it was just on the outer half of the plate, evening the count at 2-2.
Yeah, another one of those mishaps by Nodelman behind the plate.
Reilly settling in on the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed by Cade Owens. Ty Reilly unleashes the fastball right there on the strikeout as the Great Bend Batcats throw it around.
Yeah, another huge pitch there from Reilly. A huge at bat from Reilly. You saw him get ahead there. 0-2, 0-1, and then work it back to a full and even count. 2-2 did Owens, but able to come out on top there was Reilly on a great pitch in the lower half.
Isaac Bonner walking up to the plate in his last at bat drew a 4-pitch walk as the pitch comes in just high, making it a 1-0 count.
Yeah, Bonner, one of those guys who's pretty solid on the defensive side of things, but not having the best tournaments and not having the best season offensively. We'll see what he can do here in the 8th spot.
The 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. Yeah, Bonner, one of those guys where he showcases the leather more case than he showcases the bat. This is a key spot for Bonner right here as the Corn Belt is looking to respond, as Reilly's really been able to settle in.
Yeah, it's been a game of shifting momentums here. There's a great pitch from Reilly straight down the middle for strike 1, and really just the key to this game is, can you hold off the Corn Belt League, or can the Corn Belt League hold off the Batcats for a half inning and just try and add on to a lead that you built? Every time that a lead has been built, the next half inning has been taken away. We'll see if the Corn Belt League can continue that trend here.
The 1-1 pitch from Reilly. Inside for ball 2, 2-1 count. Owens had to kind of step out of the way right there. 3-1 count. Reilly fixes his cap as he walks off the mound here. He's talking a little bit to his catcher, Nodelman, behind the plate. 3-1 pitch from Reilly. Called strike 2 as Bonner did not like that call. A little jump out of the batter's box there as he was maybe looking to take his base right there. The count goes to full.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it a lot. These hitters just assuming that they have a free base, especially on a 3-1 count. On a 3-1 count, that umpire strike zone is widening a little bit. So that one's way inside there from Reilly.
Yeah, Bonner draws the walk on it. Really inside pitch from Reilly, and the Corn Belt has got a runner on first with 1 out. And let's see if Anthony Pohl, who in his last at bat, 3 pitches, 3 outs, as he struck out swinging to end the inning. So let's see if Pohl can respond here, get back on track, and see if he can give the Corn Belt something to work with.
Yeah, Pohl not having the best tournaments offensively as he lifts one foul there, and so he's looking to get on track here, trying to get something going here. He's been very solid for the Philp Balls all year, has Anthony Pohl. I mean, hitting .211 for them and a much better defender than he is a hitter. But drew 14 walks on the season. Sorry, drew 3 walks, struck out 5 times. Looking at the wrong guy there. We'll see what he can do.
Does big swing and a miss on the high pitch that was out of the zone right there from Pohl as he goes behind in the count 0-2. You have to wonder what Pohl was thinking right there on that swing and a miss, and now he's working behind.
Yeah, and with an 0-2 count here, Pohl, you got to be very aware of the balls that are even close to the zone. You got to be swinging at those.
The pitch fouled off down the third base line right over third base coach Dan Babe as Pohl is able to stay alive.
And staying alive key here. Even if you foul off a few more pitches, work up that pitch count for Reilly, make him come out of the game sooner. Maybe make him fatigue earlier as well and start the Corn Belt League to start hitting all over him.
The 0-2 pitch on its way from Reilly. Hopped up in the infield. Maldonado is camping under it. Instead, it is Pracht making the play, coming over to Maldonado's territory as it is caught for out number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Pohl really just got under that one, timed it up perfectly. I mean, he hit it straight down center field, but just missed the location on it and sent it sky high. So now to bring up top of the order here, and Denny Spangberg, who's really struggled today, 0 for 2 on the day. He's got to get something going if he wants to keep that hit streak alive. 13-game hit streak coming into today, 13-game stolen base streak coming into today. Both of those can go out the window if he doesn't get something here.
The pitch from Reilly. Swung on, fouled off at the plate by Danny Spangberg as he took that inside pitch. He was able to foul it off as the Corn Belt League was looking to do a little hit and run situation with 2 outs.
Yeah, an interesting call there. Hit and run, trying to push a runner to third on a single from Spangberg. And he'll step out of the batter's box, take a few practice swings, and step right back in.
Yeah, Spangberg 0 for 2, looking to keep that hit and stolen base streak alive here in the bottom of the 4th. The 0-1 pitch on its way from Reilly. Fouled back as the count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, another 0-2 count worked here by Reilly. He's been very good with that 0-2 count. Got pulled out on it last time, and now looking to get Spangberg out on it here. And what a huge out this would be. Spangberg, one of the most dangerous hitters on this Corn Belt League team, not just with his getting the ball into the outfield, but even in balls in the infield. If he hits an infield single to the third baseman, we've seen that more than a few times this year.
Yeah, Spangberg looking to keep the inning alive for the Corn Belt League as he gets the 0-2 pitch and he skies it to left field. Scott able to get underneath that one for the third out, and the Great Bend Batcats escape a leadoff walk from Kate Owens, and they are able to escape that one as we go into the top half of the fifth inning. As Fleeman is back out there on the mound for the Corn Belt League, and he'll be working with the leadoff man, Alex Rogers, the 2-hole spot, Conor Scott, and the 3-hole hitter, Nolan Riley. Fleeman's had Rogers' number today, as in this first at bat, he struck out on 3 pitches, and then in the next time he faced him in the top half of the third, got him on an unassisted ground ball to third. So we'll see if Fleeman can keep that streak going against Reilly here.
Yeah, very solid outing defensively from the Corn Belt League as that one is ripped into left field. So he'll take first base.
Yeah, Fleeman left one over the heart of the plate and 0 for 2 today. Or sorry, 0 for 1 today with a walk in the top half of the third. Struck out in the first as he came around to score in that top half of the third. So he scored the only run that inning for the Great Bend Batcats as Fleeman looks over at Rogers, who is a stolen base threat. This year at Barton Community College, he had 61 stolen bases, which is an unprecedented amount of stolen bases. And he is definitely a stolen base threat as Fleeman looks to deliver. As he just misses outside for a 1-0 count. And Fleeman getting hit around today. He's allowed 5 hits as the Great Bend Batcats have been able to score in the last 3 innings. So we'll see if Fleeman can get Corn Belt League back in the right direction as he delivers the 1-0 pitch, fouled off down the right field line, making it a 1-1 count.
Yeah, that's a huge foul off there. Instead of going 0-2, that pitch was outside of the zone there. Instead of going 2-0 behind, Fleeman is able to get Scott to swing there and foul it off for 1-1.
Yeah, you have to wonder if Fleeman's going to start taking looks over that Rogers, who is a very stolen. As mentioned, he looks over at Rogers and throws over to Babe, keeping Rogers in his head.
Yeah, with Rogers at first, there's always a possibility for a stolen base attempt here. One of the fastest guys in this tournament, along with Danny Spangberg, who just hasn't gotten on base yet.
Fleeman with the 1-1 pitch. As Scott takes time right there, as Fleeman was eyeing down Rogers. You can sense that maybe Rogers is looking to steal within the next couple pitches. We'll see if Fleeman can hold him on. Rogers gets the big lead at first. Fleeman gets ready to deliver the 1-1. And Rogers is on his way, swing and a miss. Pull throws it down there, not in time, as Rogers is able to slide in safely on a stolen base. And now the Great Bend Batcats have runners in scoring position with no outs.
Saw it exactly play out like this last inning. Saw a stolen base, push a runner to second, and then a single that scored. So we'll see if they can replicate their offense they pulled off in the top of the fourth as well.
Scott stepping into the batter's box, working with a 1-2 count. Base hit with Rogers' speed would score him from second. So you want to think that the next couple hitters stepping up would be aggressive as Fleeman gets ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Just a bit outside as Pole slides over to make that grab, evening the count at 2-2. Pole really being that workhorse back there for the Corn Belt has been able to slide over and get some of Fleeman's wild pitches.
Yeah, he's been really crucial behind the plate for Fleeman. Also doing some great job framing some pitches inside.
Fleeman with the 2-2 pitch. Swing on fouled it off as Scott was just able to get enough on that as he is able to stay alive. Still a 2-2 count.
Yeah, and if you're Fleeman, you need this out. It's a huge out. Get the first out of the inning working against the number 2 hitter. And you still have a throwaway pitcher, but you don't want to miss it because that means Rogers is just going to take third base, and he's 90 runs away from another insurance run.
Fleeman nodding at Pole's side as he gets ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking for CJ Fleeman right there. Beautiful pitch on the outer half of the plate, and Conor Scott was just caught looking there.
Yeah, and what a huge pitch that is from CJ Fleeman. Able to catch Scott looking there, and huge momentum shifter there. Fleeman with a runner behind him at second and no outs. Instead of giving up another base runner, gets his first strikeout, not advancing Rogers as well. So a huge win there for Fleeman, and he's going to look to do it again against Nolan Riley.
Next up, Nolan Riley, 1 for 2 on the day. First inning, flew out to left field, and then in the third inning, a single to left center. As Fleeman delivers 1-2. Rogers is off as he slides in, just beats the throw. Great jump right there by Rogers as he is able to steal third. And the Great Bend Batcats, they're in prime position. Good jump right there by Rogers. There's a runner on third, 1 out. Fleeman's got to work with the speedy Rogers on third. We haven't seen anybody steal home, but you got to think that maybe the Great Bend Batcats are going to work aggressive and see if they can get something moving as Fleeman delivers the pitch, and that is just outside, evening the count at 1-1. Nolan Riley, one of those prototypical third basemen who can hit for power and contact and can flash the leather. He's displayed both here today. Fleeman delivers the pitch just inside. Good block right there by Pole. As Riley is able to push the count to 2-1.
Yeah, not the position you want to be in if you're Fleeman. If you're Fleeman, you want to be ahead in the count, especially with the runner so close to home. And I mean, with Rogers' speed at third, it's no question that a ground out scores him. Unless you throw directly home, you know he's going to be taken off as soon as he can.
Fleeman delivers the 2-1 pitch. There's a swung, fouled back behind the net here. As the count evens up to 2-2. Great pitch right there by Fleeman on the outer half as he is able to enforce a foul ball as he evens the count. Got to think that Fleeman's going to be looking for that put-away pitch.
Yeah, Fleeman, if you're Fleeman, you cannot be caught sleeping here, especially with Rogers' speed. You mentioned it. Stealing home is not out of the realm here, especially if Pole has a lazy throwback. If Fleeman mishandles the ball and drops it, I wouldn't be surprised if Rogers took off for home.
As Fleeman misses high, pushing the count to a full count here. Yeah, if you're Fleeman, you do not. A walk wouldn't be the end of the world, as that would enforce a double play ball, as that would put runners on the corners. So it wouldn't be the end of the world for Fleeman if you do allow a walk here, as he gets ready to deliver the full count pitch. And it is swung on, put into center field for Spangberg. Spangberg is able to camp on it. Rogers tags up. The throw is not in time, and he is able to score, pushing the Great Bend lead to 2. It is a 4-2 ball game.
Yeah, 2-run lead here for the Great Bend Batcats. A huge hit there from Reilly, able to lift that one deep into center field. And if you had a center fielder that's not as fast as Spangberg, they're not getting there for that one. Spangberg was still running to the ball when he made that catch. So great placed ball there from Nolan Riley deep in center field to push home Rogers.
Next up is Carson Pracht in the second inning. He singled on a shallow fly ball. to left, and then his next at bat, the next inning, struck out on 3 pitches as Fleeman delivers the pitch right down the middle. Great slider right there by Fleeman to make the count 0-1.
Yeah, huge first pitch. Fleeman loves to work when he's ahead, and now he is ahead, so he just needs to close out the inning here, forget about everything that's happened in the past 4 half innings.
0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit to Eli McDonald on the hot corner as he delivers a strike. Gets him in time for the 3rd out, and the Great Bend Batcats, 1 run, 1 hit, and they are able to push the lead to 2 as we go into the bottom half of the 5th. Welcome back to the Genesis Sports Complex as we see Reilly back onto the mound going into his 5th inning of work, and through 4 innings he's allowed 4 hits and 2 runs, and he's really been able to limit this very dangerous Corn Belt League team.
Yeah, it's been a huge outing here for Reilly. Normally a relief pitcher. Saw him pitch an inning and 2/3 in relief earlier in this tournament, but now he's starting, and he's done very well here to hold the Corn Belt League. A very dangerous and potent offense to only 2 runs.
The pitch to Horn, low, making it a 1-0 count. Horn today 0 for 2 as he's taken 2 balls to left field that have been caught. Reilly delivers the pitch outside for ball 2.
Yeah, 2 straight pitches that missed the zone for Reilly. He's got to rear back and throw this one inside. You got to think if you're Horn, you're not swinging at this one. You don't want to ground out here on a 2-0 count, especially when you've got a lot of speed there to get at first base.
Horn getting ready. Ball just on the outer half of the plate. It is called a strike. 2-1 count for Horn here as he is looking to get things rolling for the Corn Belt League as they were held scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. As Reilly delivers the 2-1 pitch, catches the outer half of the plate, evening the count at 2-2.
Yeah, what a good pitch that is from Reilly, working that inside to out motion. Has a nice glove side run on that fastball, and so he's able to locate that extremely well and catches the plate just on the outside half away from Horn.
Reilly delivers the pitch, and it is swung on and missed for Jackson Horn, and Reilly just reared up that fastball and got Jackson Horn all tied up on the inside strikeout, and Reilly's been able to work very effectively today. He's been really able to limit this Corn Belt League team as the also dangerous Brendan Anderson steps up to the plate in his first at-bat. He walked, which then he later came around and scored, and then in his second at-bat, he singled to right field, which then he came around and scored again. So Brendan Anderson has scored the only 2 runs of the day for the Corn Belt League.
Yeah, you want to talk about effectiveness at the plate. Brendan Anderson reaching both times, coming around and scoring from Mitchell Pomeroy. Triple the first time, and then scoring again his next time up. It's been a huge day for Brendan Anderson.
The 1-0 pitch misses high, making it a 2-0 count. Brendan Anderson showcasing his discipline at the plate here.
Yeah, 2-0 with 1 out. Brendan Anderson just looking to put something into play here past the infield and get on base for Mitchell Pomeroy.
The 2-0 pitch fouled back by BA, as the CBL team guys like to call him. BA, a very dangerous hitter. He hit a home run against the Midwestern Moo, which really shifted the tides as the Corn Belt allowed 6 runs the bottom half of the 7th, and BA was pivotal in switching the tides.
Looking to do the same thing here, down by 2. Just try and get on base here for Mitchell Pomeroy, who's done his job. It was a big cut there.
A big cut right there by Brendan Anderson on a high fastball, evening the count at 2-2. And Brendan Anderson swung out of his shoes, and as he steps out of the batter's box to think over what Reilly could be doing right here on the 2-2 pitch as Reilly gets ready to deliver. And it is absolutely demolished. Foul down the third base line. Man, that ball was absolutely demolished.
That ball has made it out of the complex, I believe, man. He got all of that one, just pulled it foul. You know Anderson's a pull hitter, but he was real early on that one and not on that pitch way inside. So if you can catch another one like that, that'd be incredible for the Corn Belt League.
Reilly with the deep breath gets ready to deliver the 2-2 count again. The pitch, and it is swung on, hit high into left field. Scott camping under it and is able to make the catch for the first out, and Reilly avoids, or excuse me, the second out, and Reilly is able to avoid a possible bomb by BA as Reilly is able to work in and deal in his bag again as he's able to get that also important second out.
Yeah, the huge second out there working against a very potent hitter in Brendan Anderson. Brings up Mitchell Pomeroy here, and Mitchell Pomeroy is, I'm expecting a hit into right center field, as has happened just about the last 6 at-bats for him.
Ball 1 down low, and yeah, Pomeroy, an Oppo Taco hitter. Every hit he's had this tournament has been to right field and opposite field, so I would expect if he does get a hit again, it would be to opposite field as Reilly delivers the 1-0 pitch, low for ball 2. Pomeroy on the day. He is 2 for 2. He tripled in his first at bat, which brought in Brendan Anderson, and then he singled to right field and made it to third.
And the biggest thing for Reilly, he's fallen behind 2-0 in every single batter he's faced today. As there's a grounder for Pomeroy to the third baseman, and it's there in time for the third out of the inning.
Yeah, third out of the inning right there for Ty Reilly, and he's able to work efficiently. And the Great Bend Batcats are rolling as they go into the top half of the 6th. Welcome back as the Corn Belt League makes a change on the mound as the day is done for CJ Fleeman. He went 5 innings, allowing 5 hits, 4 runs, and as he was just not able to get in his groove today. And now on the mound for the Corn Belt League is Braden Bach, who on the season for the Royal Blue Dogs, 14 hits, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and a 3.5 ERA. So, guy that forces a lot of hits, makes his defense work. He's also a hitter as well. And in the last game yesterday against the Wichita Black Sox, came in for a pitch hit appearance and went 0 for 1 with a walk. So we'll see if Bach can try to limit damage here and keep the Corn Belt League in contention to try to come back in this game.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Bach is location. He struggled with that his last time pitching this tournament against the Midwestern Moose. He's looking to locate his pitches here, especially working against an offense in the Great Bend Batcats that has been pretty effective and pretty consistent today. They scored 1 run in each of the last 4 half innings and looking to add here.
Due up for the Batcats is Maldonado, Allen, and Noddleham as Bach delivers the first pitch low and outside for ball 1.
Still yet to see Corey Palmer and Theo Hughes. If you're the Corn Belt League, you're wishing to see one of those 2 guys, especially Corey Palmer, who on the season for the Crop Dusters had 4 walks and 29 strikeouts.
As Maldonado crushes a foul ball down the left field line, and Maldonado saw that ball very well out of Bach's hand and was able to just get out ahead of that one, and as he's able to even the count at 1-1, and Bach delivers the 1-1 pitch, low for ball 2. Maldonado today is 2 for 2. Bach delivers a pitch and is fouled off as it hit off of Maldonado right there, evening the count at 2-2. And Bach working kind of quickly out there on the mound. Maybe has to wonder if he's trying to wear down these great bend bat cat hitters who have been seeing the ball very well today.
And unconfirmed, but I believe we have a catching change. I think it's Nick Carlson behind the plate, but we'll see the next time Anthony Pohl's up to bat to see if it's Pohl or Carlson. Anthony Pohl from the Philip Wallers. Nick Carlson caught for Bach with the Royal Blue Dogs, as there's another great strike in there, and there's a strikeout for Braden Bach.
Bach delivered the 2-2 pitch right there, swung on and missed for Maldonado, and that's the way you want to start the inning right there if you're Braden Bach. 5-pitch strikeout. And yeah, Carlson worked with Bach in the season as they both played for the Royal Blue Dogs, so that team chemistry is there. They've got the battery working as Connor Allen steps up to the plate. Strikeout swinging on his last plate appearance as the pitch is in there for ball 1.
Yeah, huge strikeout there for Bach. Get the confidence going. Get yourself into a groove early.
The next pitch is low for ball 2.
And with a 2-0 count, if you're Bach, you don't want to leave anything straight over the middle. Try and paint those corners. If you give up a ball 3, you know the hitter's 99% of the time not going to swing.
Bach, the pitch. Check swing right there by Allen, but he does not go, and that ball is in the dirt for ball 3. And got to think that Allen right here is not going to have the green light as they are working with the lead, and you do not want to be too aggressive here.
Yeah, 4-2 lead. Not the best thing here for the Batcats as there's a pitch on the outside. Looks like it'll be a strike for 3-1.
Yeah, that ball just caught the plate right there for Bach and missed right there as the pitch is delivered and is hit on just past the diving Eli McDonald glove, and it's a base hit right there for Connor Allen.
Yeah, huge hit there for Connor Allen with 1 out, puts 1 runner on first base.
Runner on first right here for the Grit Bend Batcats as the Lincoln Pius X product, Grant Noddleham, sets up to the plate, and he is 1 for 1 today on a sac fly, and then he had a single in the top half of the 4th as the pitch is in there for ball 1. Noddleham, the Lincoln Pius native, going to Barton College this fall. Have to think this might be a little bit of a revenge game for Noddleham. So the pitch is outside for ball 2.
Bach struggling again here, another 2-0 count that he finds himself behind in. Last time was able to work it back into a 3-1, but then gave up a walk. You're not trying to do the same here.
Bach the pitch. Just misses outside for ball 3, and Bach in another 3-0 count. Again, he's really been working out there on the mound. Hasn't been able to throw a lot of strikes into the zone.
I think if you're the Corn Belly, you got to get someone up and throwing in the bullpen as there's a 4-pitch walk from Bach, and it'll put runners on first and second.
Yeah, the walk right there for Bach puts runners on first and second for Ty Reilly, who delivered the go-ahead RBI single in the top of the 4th inning. And yeah, Reilly hasn't had an at-bat since high school, and he delivered a clutch hit in the top of the 4th. Bach gets ready to deliver the pitch to Ty Reilly, and the pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, huge pitch there from Bach. Get your confidence up after throwing 4-5 straight balls. You got to put one in the zone. Try and force Reilly here into a double play. You know, you saw the RBI single last time, but still a big chance here for a double play ball.
That pitch is fouled back, pushing the count to 0-2, and Bach is in the driver's seat right here with runners on first and second and 1 out.
It'll be interesting to see what the Great Bend Batcats do here in the bottom of the 6th. Riley's been giving up 2, but slowly looking like he's losing control out there. We'll see what he can do in the bottom of the 6th when we get there, but right now Bach's got to get through this top half of the 6th.
0-2 pitch from Bach. Misses inside for ball 1, and that pitch did not miss by much, but nonetheless, it is called a ball.
Yeah, just was always going to be outside there, working that glove side run for Bach, and started the pitch, that fastball, I believe a 2-seamer, just a little bit outside.
Bach The 1-2 pitch misses low and outside as Reilly's been able to battle back and evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, Reilly without swinging has just evened up the count and puts Bach in a little bit of a more uncomfortable situation. You do not want to load bases here.
The 2-2 pitch from Bach. Called strike 3 as he painted the lower half of the zone as he gets Ty Reilly looking for a clutch 2-out strikeout.
Yeah, that's huge because it brings up Jojo Nevis, who struck out twice today. And so it'll be huge to see how they go into that, as Nevis is up to bat here and not having a good day, not having a good tournament, to be honest. And with 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position at second base, and Allen, and you got Nodelman at first. See what Nevis can do here.
Bach, the pitch, hit on to Jackson Horn as he's able to just flip it over to Isaac Bonner for a close play at second, but is able to get the third out, and Bach able to limit the damage from the Great Bend Batcats as they are able to get a hit and draw a walk. And the Corn Belt League is going into the bottom half of the second. See if they can get the bats going, down by 2. Welcome back to Genesis Sports Complex as the Great Bend Batcats make a change on the mound, and the day is done for Ty Reilly. He is able to go 5 scoreless innings, and he threw a really good outing today as he was able to go 5 scoreless innings, allow 4 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 2 earned runs. So good job by Ty Reilly out on the mound. And now on the mound is Logan Redeker. Logan Redeker in the tournament, 3 innings pitched, 1 run, no earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. The product from Barton Community College. The righty out on the mound as Eli McDonald steps up to the plate. Eli McDonald is 0 for 2, strikeout, swinging in the first, and then a 4-3 ground out as he watches the first strike.
And it watches a ball, so the count evens out at 1-1.
McDonald in the game on Thursday went 4 for 5 as Redeker delivers the pitch. Strike 2 as he's able to hit the outer half, and Redeker kind of has that weird release point. It's a varying look for the Great Bend Batcats. McDonald is able to foul that one off to the first base side. Yeah, Redeker with that unconventional release point on his pitches.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Eli McDonald adjusts to this one as he delivers a 1-2.
Swung on and missed by Eli McDonald as Redeker puts that one on the outer half, and Eli is not able to get a piece on it. Great pitch by Logan Redeker as he's able to get the first out swinging.
A huge first batter strikeout for Redeker really sets the tone here, and Hunter Babe's got to respond in a huge way if the Corn Belt League want to claw their way back into this one.
Hunter Babe is 1 for 2 today. He takes the first pitch foul down the first base side. He's 1 for 2. He made it to second base on a single. to right field, and then the next at bat grounded out on a 3-1 putout. Babe looking to get things going here for the Corn Belt League. So he gets the 0-1 pitch, and he skies it to right field, and as the ball does drop, as Nevis makes a sliding attempt at that ball, but it just got in between Maldonado and Nevis as the two were converging on to make the play, and none were able to call that ball, and the ball drops for Hunter Babe.
Yeah, and that's just extremely fortunate for Hunter Babe. You lift a ball that probably should be caught, better communication between the second baseman and the right fielder. And thankfully for Hunter Babe, he makes it to first base on that hit into right field, and it'll bring up Cade Owens, who's struggling in his first game here with the Corn Belt League, his first start. We'll see what he can do here with the man on first.
Owens watches the pitch low. 1-0. Hunter Babe, not really known as a speedy man on first, but Logan Redeker could give him a look or two over as the Corn Belt League could push the aggressiveness as Cade Owens fouls that one off, pushing the count to even at 1-1.
Yeah, if you're Cade Owens, you got to stay disciplined here. Redeker loves that outside half, especially against a righty hitter, being a lefty pitcher. Owens, you just got to keep your eye on that ball on that outside half, and don't try and lunge for something.
The 1-1 pitch. As Babe gets picked off, but he runs, and he is tagged out, attempting to run after Redeker picked him off. Babe went anyway, and he is thrown out at second. Nice throw by Allen to get Babe out at second base.
Yeah, and you see just a very aggressive call there from the Corn Belt League, and instead it backfires on them, makes it 2 outs with nobody on.
Redeker working with the 1-1 count, delivers a ball outer half, and now he can work a clean slate. He's got no runners on, and he can deal out there. Redeker, ball hit by Owens to third baseman Reilly. The throw is wild. Is he able to get the tag down? He is. What a play by Allen as he is able to corral the wild throw and get the speedy Owens flying down the line. Great play by the corner infielders, and the Great Bend Batcats are able to get out of there with no damage done. Corn Belt League going into the top half of the seventh, down by 2.
We are back here, top of the seventh coming up. Still Bach on the mound for the Corn Belt League. As we see coming to the plate here, top of the order for the Great Bend Batcats and Alex Rogers. Roger Scott and Reilly due up. Their first time seeing Braden Bach there on the mound. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. See what Bach can do here. Not that good when he falls behind the count, especially throwing that first pitch ball. Big cut there for Rogers on pitch number 2, so it's 1-1 the count.
Lively fastball right there by Bach on the 1-0 count. You got to think that he's looking to get things going here. He struggled in the last inning, was able to work out of a battle, but you got to think he's going to get things going as he delivers a ball low. But Bach's really got to get things going here.
Yeah, Bach now behind 2-1 in the count. Looking to hold off The Great Bend Batcats, he was able to hold him to nothing in the 6th, looking to do it again here in the 7th as he gets set and delivers for the 2-1 pitch. Here's Bach. Way inside, he gets him in the head. It's a hit by pitch, and heading over to first is Alex Rogers.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate for Bach, who struggled with hit by pitches and walks earlier in the season for the Royal Blue Dogs in the Corn Belt League. And that's just not the runner that you want to put on if you're Braden Bach, who the last time Rogers was on base had 2 stolen bases as he stole second and stole third and then ended up scoring on a sac fly. So the Great Bend Batcats are starting to get things going again, and the Corn Belt League cannot afford this.
First pitch is up and inside, but it misses for ball 1, working against Conor Scott. Last time up, Conor's got a strikeout looking in the top of the 5th. And coming out to the mound here is Nick Carlson. Quick chat with Braden Bach here. Just say, hey, calm down. You got to make sure that you're aware of Rogers at first, and they're probably saying every other pitch you got to be thrown down.
Yeah, you've got to be varying looks over at Rogers. You know that the Great Bend Batcats are not going to lay off here. They're going to be as aggressive as possible. They're going to want to put this game on ice and add those insurance runs. So if you're Bach, varying looks is key.
There's a throwback to first. Hunter Babe collects it and throws it right back. Getting back in time is Rogers. I wouldn't be surprised if they go and do that again here.
Yeah, you got to think that Bach is going to have to quick pitch. And Carlson is setting up outside, so they are expecting him to run.
Instead, it's dropped by Carlson, and heading over to second is Rogers, so he'll move to second. And with no outs, they got a runner in scoring position, do the Batcats.
Carlson just not able to corral that pitch in the zone and wasn't able to get down and get his chest into that ball. And now you got a speedy Rogers on second and with a dangerous Scott up to the plate.
Single scores 1, you have to assume with Rogers, as this one is roped deep into left center field. Getting under it is Spangberg, and is it out? They're going to say it's a ground rule double, so 1 run will score. Make it 5-2 for the Great Bend Batcats. Big bounce off the turf for that ball, and that's what that one's out. So it is a ground rule double. So Rogers will score from second. Scott will move to second. Still more speed out there as it looks like they bring in Nolan Riley here in the 3 spot. Scott just caught all of that one.
Yeah, Scott absolutely demolished that pitch. He sent it to left field. The wind is blowing out to left field, and he was able to utilize that, and he skied one.
Pitch is up and away there from Nolan Riley, and Bach's really lost it here, lost control, and Corn Belt League's got to figure out their pitching situation here as they head into the final 3 half innings. Could see Noah Wing, the best closer out there, next half inning, or even sooner. See how they want to decide how to pitch around the Great Bend Batcats. As there's a pitch inside from Bach, and it's in there for 1-1.
Good pitch right there by Bach. You got to get things back going. You got to wonder what Hobbs is thinking right here. Got to think that maybe he's going to start to utilize that bullpen as you got guys like Corey Palmer, Theo Hughes, Noah Wing, and who can go in there and give you a couple innings.
Runner goes, and it's a ball, so now they have a runner on third and Scott. And it counts 2-1 against Reilly.
Yeah, and if you're Carlson, you've got to be collecting those pitches. You can't be allowing runners like that to advance on you at will. And Great Bend's just pushing all the right buttons, and the Corn Belt just cannot push those buttons back.
There's a pitch way inside from Bach. It's 3-1. Walk here pushes a runner to first, brings back the opportunity for a double play ball, but you got to think runner will probably push over to second as soon as possible. And now Bach readies up. Pitch is inside for 4, so runner will head over to first. And if I'm Coach Hobbs here, I'm getting out there to Bach, and I'm taking him out. There's no reason to keep him in when he's just throwing. And falling asleep there was Bach, but able to get back. And it'll be a mound meeting here as we'll see what the Corn Belt League decides to do. Down 4-2, runners on the corner with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Already 1 run given up.
Yeah, you got to think Coach Sonny Senegal is going out there. settling down his guy, settling down the defense. You're not out of this game. It is the top of the 7th inning. You do have plenty of time to claw back, but the Great Bend Batcats have just been able to piece together good at bats. They've been able to really attack Bach and Fleming's pitches, and they've just pieced together good at bats. They're a very well disciplined team. They recognize fastballs and curveballs out of the hand well, and they've just been able to kind of shock this Corn Belt team. Maybe Coach Johnston Hobbs has to give them a little bit of a fire pep talk in that dugout, as the season is hanging on the balance for the Corn Belt team.
Yeah, this will be it for the Corn Belt League if they cannot come back and pull this one out. Runners on the corners here for the Batcats. Got Braden Bach still on the mound after that meeting, trying to figure out how he's going to pitch here to Carson Pracht. You got to think runner goes here. That pitch catches the outside line for strike one. And now Bach working from a strike ahead here. More effective when he does that.
If the runner does go, Carlson should not throw down.
As catching all of that one is Pracht. It's in shallow right field, and losing it there is the right fielder Pomeroy. And sliding into third is Reilly. Scott will score. Pracht moves over to first. And that is such an unfortunate play there between Pomeroy and Spangberg in right center.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate. You have to think he lost that in the light, as there is a tall light right behind the right field's batter's box, and you have to think that he just never was able to track that one down, as that is just unfortunate, as the Great Bend Batcats are pushing their lead to 4.
Yeah, it's 6-2 now the score, and another ball pieced up. This one's deep center field. Can Spangberg get under it? And a jumping catch. Great catch there from Spangberg. Runner will score, make it 7-2 from third. But without Spangberg there, that's an 8-2 ball game.
Yeah, really athletic catch right there by Spungberry, and that could have easily been a 7 or an 8-2 ball game. Good job right there by Spungberg on using your athleticism, and the Corn Belt, they're lucky to not be down by 6 runs right now.
Yeah, and that'll be it. That's got to be the day here for Braden Bach. He's gotten pieced up on 2 consecutive hits. Sonny Sungle heads out to the mound. He'll say good job to Bach, and Bach will head out. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we return. Now in for the Corn Belt League, number 20, Noah Wing, the best closer on this team. Just looking to get past this inning with no more damage done. They're already down 5 runs here. The score 7-2. Still 3 chances for the Corn Belt League. You can get through the whole lineup once. But the pitching that we've seen from the Great Bend Bearcats has been absolutely incredible today. His runner goes. Big throw down from Carlson just late there. So now Pracht moves over to second. The count sits 0-1 here against Connor Allen.
Yeah, Buffalo Wing, the man who throws gas. He's got to come in and give us a shutdown, probably 1 2/3, if not 2 innings of relief work right here.
Yeah, you're really counting on him here to try and bring this game out as the count will now push over to 0-2.
Yeah, the nickname Buffalo Wing.
Actually, check that count's going to be 1-1 here.
The nickname Buffalo Wing is coined from his ability to throw heat.
Yeah, and throwing heat is what he's very good at. He's very good. We saw him in the first game against McPherson come in for an inning and proceed to throw 11 straight strikes. And then we saw him throw another 4 strikes in his beginning of his outing against the Midwestern Moose. Ended up closing that game out as well as there's a foul ball hit, so the count pushes to 1-2 against Connor Allen.
Yeah, Noah Wing's got to get that put-away pitch, which the Corn Belt League has not been able to accomplish all day, is that put-away pitch. So let's see if Noah Wing can do something that no Corn Belt player has done today and get that put-away pitch.
Count sits at 1-2. Pitch is low and away here, so it'll be even at 2-2 for Connor Allen. And throughout the day, the key to the game for the Great Bend Bearcats has been just evening out the count from 0-2 from down in the count. They're able to work their way back and make the pitchers more uncomfortable. We saw it happen with the starter Fleeman. We saw it happen with Braden Bach as well. We'll see if Wing can close out this at bat. Another pitch just outside, so it's 3-2 the count, and just like we were talking about, now it's a full count, a much more uncomfortable situation for Wing because you know you can't miss.
Yeah, you know you can't miss. You've got to throw your best pitch. That put-away pitch. This is a key at bat right here. This is a key pitch.
The 3-2 here from Wing is straight down the middle. It's strike 3 looking for Noah Wing. What a great pitch that is.
Yeah, that was a really brilliant pitch. We were just talking about how he needed to deliver his best pitch, and that was a very key pitch. Well, he used that key and he unlocked the door. What a pitch right there by Noah Wing.
He'll look to do it again here with 2 outs working against Grant Nottolin. Nottleman, the product out of Lincoln Pius, just an hour south of Omaha. It's in the southwest, I should say.
Yeah, Lincoln Pius, very good in athletics. They're always in the running for multiple sports, and baseball is no exception, as Nottolin was a key player for that Pius team.
Big swing from Nottleman makes the count 1-1.
Yeah, Nottolin on almost every ball that he hasn't made contact with, that he swung on, he's been swinging out of his shoes. So Noah Wing can utilize his lethal velocity fastball and blow one right by Nottleman.
He does it again there. A big cut there from Nottleman. And another strike for Noah Wing. He's now 1 away from ending the inning, sending it to the bottom of the 7th. Nottleman, probably after hitting that home run, knows he has the power to send it out, and now is just trying to do that with those big cuts, especially with the runner at second. That pitch high, missing for 2-2.
Yeah, Wing knows that he's got to give his guys a chance to go up there at the end of every half inning and give them a chance to come back into this game, and he recognizes that, and he's been doing a good job staying composed on the mound, working with a 5-run deficit, and still going out there and delivering his best stuff.
That one hits him. So Wing losing control, and after being up 1-2 in the count, the runner will head to first base and bring up Ty Reilly, the pitcher.
Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. I unfortunately initiated the commentator's curse and was just talking about how he had good command and he was working good stuff, and then he hits Nottleman. And folks, I apologize for the commentator's curse, but Noah Wing is still dealing out there.
It'll bring up Logan Redeker, number 10, for his first at-bat of the evening. You got to assume his first at-bat in a while as the first pitch misses is ball 1.
We were talking earlier in this broadcast about how these pitchers, that it's unusual that these pitchers are hitting as Wing delivers a ball high. But yeah, we were talking about how these pitchers for the Great Bend Batcats are hitting, and that's unusual. Well, they've been clutch at the plate today.
Yeah, we saw an RBI single there from Ty Reilly that scored the go-ahead run. As a big cut taken there from Rediker. Make it a 2-1 count. Two runners on here. Pracht at second, Nodelman at first for Rediker. A big cut again there from Rediker. It's 2-2 the count. And with the score 7-2, trying to put away this inning is Noah Wing. Pitch is outside for a full count. And this could be disastrous if you're Noah Wing. You do not want to walk what should be perceived as an easy out in the pitcher hitting.
Yeah, but you can't overlook anybody, right? You got to just go up there and deliver your best stuff no matter who's at the plate.
Noah Wing readies up the full count pitcher. 2 outs, 3-2. The payoff pitch is lifted high into left field. Is it under control? Yes, it is from Cade Owens out there in left field. So we'll head to the bottom of the seventh. The score is 7-2. Great Bend Batcats blow it open here in the top of the seventh, scoring 3. Corn Belt League searching for some answers on offense. We'll see if they have them when we return. We are back here, bottom of the seventh. The Corn Belt League are searching for some answers. Score is 7-2 currently. After 3 scored in the top of the seventh, all of them earned on Braden Bach's account. And we saw Noah Wing come in and close things out. Now Isaac Bonner, the left-handed, facing off against the lefty pitcher, Rediker. A little bit of an unfortunate placing here because you got your lefty leading off against a lefty who throws gas, and Bonner shows bunt. Foul ball that's straight into the glove of Nodelman for strike 1.
Almost looked like he missed the bunt, which is unfortunate. I understand why they're bunting here to try to get things going, but I just don't think that's the move.
He looks at strike 2. Great movement on the pitch from Rediker from inside to out, catching the outer half of the plate here. And the count sits at 0-2 for Bonner, who's really struggled today. As he saws this one off the inside of the bat, will it get down? No, it will not. It'll be caught by Pracht for the first out.
If you're the Great Bend Batcats, this is exactly who you want on the mound. A submarine lefty who is really just giving these Corn Belt guys the fits. They haven't seen an arm angle quite like this. They haven't seen someone who can throw velocity from this arm angle. So this is really, really unique.
Pitch inside to Nick Carlson. Nick Carlson gets a hit here into right field. So he'll advance to first base. He'll bring up top of the order and Danny Spangberg. And so Nick Carlson at first. A lot speedier of a catcher. You love that move now to get him onto first. And that'll bring up Spangberg here. with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Sorry, bottom of the 7th. Throw back to Carlson. And with Danny Spangberg at the plate here, runner on first.
Yeah, Danny Spangberg, this is a guy, if you're the Corn Belt, you're looking to get things going.
Looks at a pitch on the outside for 1-0.
Yeah, if you're Danny Spangberg, you got to utilize that speed. Maybe lay down a bunt. See if Hobbs and Sonny and Hunter and Dan Babe, want to work maybe a small ball game. As you really haven't been able to piece up anything.
As another pickoff throw is back to first base, and making it back in time is Nick Carlson. You know he's got some speed. 7 stolen bases on the Corn Belt League season from the catcher spot. And Spangberg now working with a 1-0 count.
Carlson's one of those uncharacteristic fast catchers.
Spangberg fouls that one off for 1-1.
Right off the catcher's mask. It almost looked like it hit off his mask and maybe rolled down and hit him in the throat, which that's a stinger. That's a stinger. Nodelman, as he takes time, kind of shakes that one off. And, you know, those catchers, they take a beating back there. You know, they can get really pounded. And
we have Danny Spangberg up to bat for the Corn Belt League. You got Nick Carlson at first, and Spangberg rips this one. Will it get through? Yes, it will. Carlson's going to advance to second. It'll push Spangberg over to first and bring up Jackson Horn, the shortstop.
If Jackson Horn can find a way to get on base here, that would bring up the oh-so-dangerous Brendan Anderson, who, in clutch situations, can get a hit. And us being down by 5, that puts a lot of pressure on Horn and then BA.
So Horn is up, runners on first and second, 1 out. And Horn looks at a pitch straight down the middle. You got to be jumping on that one if you're Jackson Horn.
Yeah, you got to be jumping on that one like a little kid jumping on a trampoline on a hot summer day. You just got to be jumping on those pitches if you're Jackson Horn.
Saw that one all the way into the glove of the catcher. And there's another one. Horn lifts this one into shallow left center. Will it go down? Yes, it will. They're going to hold Nick Carlson at third. So bases loaded. And just like you said, for Brendan Anderson, no better time here for BA than now.
Yeah, the time is here. The time is now. I feel like I'm quoting a John Cena theme song. You can't see me. The time is now for BA.
BA's got to deliver here if the Corn Belt League want a chance to stay in this one. 1 out, bases loaded, and none other than the hitter of the year if you're the Corn Belt League, Brendan Anderson. Anderson looks at the first pitch, catching the low half there. Great pitch from Rediker.
And like we've mentioned before, Brendan Anderson's a very disciplined hitter, so you know he's going to go up there and see what he wants and then attack.
Second pitch misses for 1-1. So you got Carlson at third, you got Spangberg at second, and you got Jackson Horn there at first.
So you got speed on the base paths.
A lot of speed there on the base paths. As Brendan Anderson looks at another pitch for 2-1. Now ahead in the count here is BA. He's going to wait for his pitch and jump on it. Just slowly start chipping away at this lead if you're the Corn Belt League. He looks at a pitch on the outside half for 2-2.
Delayed call right there by the home plate umpire. You could tell that he didn't know if he wanted to call that one a ball or strike.
Yeah, just a touch behind that one as Brendan Anderson looking to stay alive. There's a pitch way outside. He gets behind. Carlson's actually going to stay. So Carlson making the decision to stay at third. Good move there from the catcher Nodelman to get out and get to that ball as quick as possible. I thought Carlson could have made it, but instead he stays safe. Don't want to risk getting a second out here and keep the bases juiced with a full count.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate here. I think he really could have made it, but you got to also think that maybe he's trying to play it safe. If you get thrown out, that's a really bad out, and that leaves a runner open on third.
BA lifts this one deep center field. Under it is Rogers. All the runners decide to go here, except for the runner at first and Spangberg, who returns. Sorry, that's Jackson Horn at first, who returns. So on the sac fly, Brendan Anderson scores 1. It's 3-7. Corn Belt League chips 1 away, makes it a 4-run ball game.
Yeah, BA did exactly what he could have done there and absolutely pounded and pieced up. The ball to center field just wasn't quite deep enough for BA, and Rogers is able to get that one in quickly and limit Horn from tagging from first to go to second.
It'll bring up the tall Mitchell Pomeroy in right field. Saw him make a big mistake there that scored a run in the top half of the 7th. See if he can make up for it here as he looks at a first pitch strike from Rediker.
Yeah, Pomeroy's got to do his thing here and just put one in play. You got a speedy Danny Spangberg on third base, and if you're Michael Pomeroy, just put one out there.
Big cut there from Pomeroy for 0-2, and now Rediker 1 strike away from getting out of this unscathed. Or I should say with only giving up 1 run, not unscathed. Pomeroy's looking to poke one into right center field. That's where he's most dangerous. Looks at a pitch high, 1-1.
Yeah, Pomeroy is really good at going opposite field. And this is the pitcher to do it. Rediker kind of, with that arm angle, Pomeroy is able to get a read on that ball and send it to right field.
Is way inside, catches Pomeroy on the back. He'll head over to first. It'll bring up Eli McDonald. 0 for 3 on the day. And actually looks like a pinch hitter's coming in. Looks like it's number 39 for the Corn Belt League. That's going to be Ty Beasley. Saw him be a very effective fielder for the Red Raiders. And that'll be the day for Eli McDonald after going 0-3. Beasley's up. Try and make it a game here with bases loaded again. So Beasley steps in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. Looks at a first pitch strike. It's inside, but getting the call on that inside line there is Rediker.
Yeah, Ty Beasley did not like that call, and Ty Beasley is going to be trying to work out of a slump. He's been a little off this tournament.
There's a pitch. It's low for 1-1. Trying to find an answer here are the Corn Belt League, and you've got bases loaded, tying run at the plate here. Beasley just got to get some way to find some way on. As losing the ball there is Nodelman. That's the second time that's happened this inning, and both times staying at their respective bases. There was Horn at third, staying there. Sorry, Spangberg at third, staying there, and Horn's at second. You got Pomeroy at first.
You got to think that the nervousness and the anxiousness and the adrenaline is pumping for both teams out there.
There's another ball, so it's 3-1. This could be huge for Beasley to get on and walk 1 run in.
This is one of those games where baseball just gives you a nail biter. I don't need nail clippers. I have this game right here.
The pitch is in, the 3-1. Beasley lift this one into right center. Will it get down? Yes, it will. 1 run scores. Spangberg's coming around. He'll go in as well. And just like that, it's 5-7 runners on the corners for the Corn Belt League.
Just when we thought this Corn Belt team was counted out and down for the count, Ty Beasley breaks out of his slump, puts one in between the 8 and 9 gap out there, and this game, it's close again.
Just like we needed for the Corn Belt League. A huge hit to break out of a massive slump for Ty Beasley. I mean, the last time he had a good hitting performance was in the quarterfinals of the Corn Belt League playoffs, where they ended up losing the Filth Ballers. And a quick mound meeting between Nodelman, Rediker, and Nodelman's going to head back. Ty Beasley's at first, not as fast as McDonald or Bonner would be. But you got to assume he's going to take second here at some point, try and risk it. As Hunter Babe's up, looking to pull one here, right field side, and score Pomeroy. He looks at first pitch strike there. This pitch is up and away for 1-1.
Just when we thought we could count this team out, they're like Disney World. They're always magical. You know, it's like there's no quit in this team.
And Babe, some very disciplined hitting there. You know he wanted to jump at that pitch on the outside corner with the way that Rediker's throwing it, coming across a plate. Babe loves those pitches, and good eye there to keep watching it as it trailed out of the zone for 2-1. There's another pitch trailing out of the zone for 3-1.
What a way to break out of a slump for Ty Beasley.
What a massive way to break out of a slump for Ty Beasley.
I mean, you've been struggling all tournament, and then you go in and give one of the clutchest hits that the Corn Belt has seen so far this year.
This one lifted high into left field. Will it be seen by Scott? Yes, it will, and it's brought into the glove, but the Corn Belt League have clawed it back and made it a game. It's 5-7. Noah Wing's going to head back out of the mound and try and keep it that way when we return. We are back here, top of the 8th, coming up for the Great Bend Batcats. We're going to see 9-1-2 and Nevis, Rogers, and Scott coming up. Jojo Nevis really struggling today. He's gotten out all 3 times. He's 0 for 3 on the day. So we'll see what he can do here, working against Wing, who just throws absolute heat there. There's a first pitch strike from Noah Wing. And you see Rogers in that batter's box. Sorry, not in the batter's box, in the on-deck circle. And he's trying to time up Wing here. Wing's such a difficult pitcher to time up because of the way he varies his velocities. There's a bunt attempt from Nevis and missing on that one. And so it's 0-2, and Wing's been looking very efficient here.
If anyone ever uses that nickname, I would like some credit because Buffalo Wing, in my opinion, is very creative for a man who just goes out there and just is a presence on the mound.
Yeah, you love to see Noah Wing dealing, and he's looking for a 3-pitch strikeout here. And it'll be a grounder right back to Wing, and Wing will head over to first, flip it to Babe for the first out of the inning. So 3 pitches and gets an out there. And it'll bring up top of the order and Alex Rogers.
Yeah, this is a really intriguing matchup. You got someone who can rake at the plate, someone who throws gas on the mound. This is quite the matchup right here. Let's see if Wing can get ahead early, assert his dominance on the mound, and really force Rogers to guess what pitch is going to be coming next.
Yeah, we've only really seen Wing throw fastball all tournament. We saw maybe one changeup in his outing with the Midwest Moose as that pitch misses away. A good 2-seamer there, working that glove side run against Rogers. Just tailing away from Rogers. If he places that a little bit more to the left, that's a beautiful strike. Instead, it's 1-0 the count against Rogers. There's another pitch outside, and Wing's falling behind. Knee and throw strike here is Wing. Behind 2-0 in the count. Rogers at the plate last time up, hit by a pitch, and then ended up coming around after a stolen base to score. Part of that 3-run 7th inning that really put the Great Bend Batcats into a huge lead. Wing fires one in for a strike. It's 2-1. Huge pitch there from Noah Wing to not go behind 3-0.
That was absolutely huge. That pitch was perfectly located on the outer half of the plate, and Wing's presence on the mound, his arm angle, everything seems to be clicking for Wing as he's going out there and he's throwing heat, and these Batcat hitters just aren't able to react to it.
A check swing there from Rogers pushes it to 3-1. If you're Wing, you do not want to walk Rogers here, especially the way that it happened last inning, reaching and then scoring, and the next 2 hitters and Scott and Reilly scoring as well. As this one's grounded foul. Also be a full count worked by Wing. Good recovery from Noah Wing after going down 2-0. to push it to 2-1, and now eventually pushing it to 3-2.
Nice.
One away here with no outs. In the top of the 8th, Batcats are up 2, looking to add to it here against Noah Wing, the pitcher. Rogers is at the plate. Rogers lists another one foul.
Yeah, Wing was able to start ahead. Rogers battled back, was able to get back ahead in the account, and and now Wing has battled back. Rogers is forced to play his cards, and Wing, if he can deliver, well, he pretty much only throws a fastball. So if he can just deliver a well-located fastball, this would put down a very dangerous hitter in a key part of this game.
This one lifted high. It's going to go out of play. And Noah Wing steps off the mound looking to reset here. It's been a great at-bat here worked by Alex Rogers. Able to stay alive on some pitches that would have been called strikes.
Key at-bat and a key part of the game. This is what makes baseball so fun, is these types of moments we're witnessing right here.
This one lifted to center field. Can Spangberg get under it? Yes, he can. So they get out Alex Rogers for the second out of the inning on a full count. Noah Wing escaped that one. Rogers really pieced that ball up.
Yeah, Rogers pieced that ball up. Wasn't able to get enough of that barrel to send it over Spangberg's head. But Spangberg's got speed out there, and he's able to track it down. And like I said earlier, this game, it's a nail-biter.
Yeah, it'll bring up Conor Scott. First time against Noah Wing here. Last time up. Took it to Braden Bach. Absolutely launched a ground rule double that bounced off the turf in deep left center. As there's a first pitch missed just wide for ball 1. Scott then came around to score later on in that inning.
Yeah, Wing's looking to deal here as he throws the pitch. Swung on and missed right there by Conor Scott. And that was just pure velocity right there from Noah Wing. And Scott wasn't able to keep his head on that one. He was late on the pitch. And now Wing's working with an even count. He's working back. He's doing his thing out on the mound. And let's see if Wing can give these CBL guys a chance.
This one chopped up to center field. Just took an awkward bounce there. He hit it directly off the ground and right over Wing's head. So you got runner on first here with 2 outs. Nothing to worry about here if you're Noah Wing. Just go out and get the next batter.
Yeah, nothing to worry about if you're Noah Wing. Conor Scott isn't the most speedy man on first, but he can definitely steal a base if he needs to, and I'm sure in clutch situations, the Great Bend Batcats are going to work out what they can to get him to second to eliminate the force play at second. So we'll see what defensive adjustments that the CBL can do to prevent that from happening.
Nolan Riley's at the plate here. 1 on with 2 outs. You got Scott there at first. First pitch catches the outside line for strike 1. A huge pitch there from Noah Wing. A first pitch strike.
Yeah, huge pitch right there. Great job on starting early, getting ahead, and probably one of the most influential and important parts of this game, if not this tournament for the CBL team.
Yeah, never really faced adversity like this has the CBL as a pickoff throw, and getting back in time is Scott. One thing you have to notice with those pickoff throws, Horn or Bonner has to be coming into second. And right now with those pickoff throws, Horn or Bonner are just kind of staying out there at their positions. You got to be coming out to second because just like we saw earlier in the game, if the runner takes off, they need some cover. As there's another strike laid in there from Noah Wing, a huge strike 2, and 1 strike away from pushing it to the bottom of the 8th. Corn Belt League, the 1 seed. The Great Bend Batcats, the 8th seed in this one, but the Batcats have the Corn Belt League on upset alert, up by 2. 2 outs in the top of the 8th for the Batcats.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Jackson Horn's got to be coming over to take second because we witnessed a play earlier in the game where the runner was able to advance because of the lack of convergence onto second. So Horn's got to be able to stay alive and keep his head in the game over at short.
There's a pitch outside, check swing from Reilly, doesn't go, so it's 1-2, and a good throwaway pitch there, trying to catch Reilly swinging and guessing on his fastball. Actually threw I believe that was a slider there from Wing, or a curveball with some good bite there at the end of it to push out of the zone. It's really the first off-speed we've seen thrown by Wing today. Another pickoff attempt there. Back to Hunter Babe and back to Noah Wing as Scott returns to first.
As much as I like varying looks, if I'm Noah Wing, I'm just focusing on the hitter here. You've got a 1-2 count. Just put him down and go into the bottom half.
1-2. Here's a delivery from Noah Wing. He looks back and looks up to deliver. It's roped into left field. Will it go foul? Yes, it will. Out into the general concourse there. So Reilly able to stay alive, catch a good piece there of no wing, just a little early on that one.
Heads up if you're in that snow cone tent over there. You don't want a baseball in your Tiger's Blood snow cone. That was that ball was pieced.
Reilly caught all of that one, just mistimed it, and now you got Scott at first, 2 outs, 1-2 count here for Noah Wing. Another pitch outside from Wing, and it's 2-2. At 2-2 for Wing. Even count here. Reilly steps into the box, and Wing gets set and ready to deliver. Runner goes. Can they gun him down? No, they cannot. He is too fast for the arm of Nick Carlson, and pushing in a scoring position is Conor Scott.
Yeah, I thought Carlson got a great jump on there, but Conor Scott got an even better jump off of Noah Wing, which Noah Wing kind of has a slow delivery, so good job by Conor Scott on recognizing that and getting a great jump.
Now you got a runner in scoring position. Full count here, 3-2. And a walk here, not the worst thing, forces a tag out at every base. Instead, it's grounded to first base. Can Babe get there? Yes, he can. The flip is fumbled, and coming around to score and getting the tag. Is it in time? Yes, it is. What a throw there from Noah Wing home to Nick Carlson, getting him in time, and will go to the bottom of the 8th. An electric play in outfield after a mistake from Wing makes up for it. Belt Omaha's right in this. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher in here from Treasure Valley Community College, home from Australia. The pitcher here, Brett Allen, 3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 3 earned runs given up on the tournament so far. Coming in to push it to the 9th here against the bottom 3 hitters in this Corn Belt League lineup. You got due up is Owens, Bonner, and Carlson, but we'll see if they make any changes here. Looks like they have made a quick change. We'll wait here to see the number. It looks like number 31, Spencer Crane, is now in for the Corn Belt League. The designated hitter outfielder played for the Omaha Black Sox in the summer. We'll see him most likely shift over into left field. And no really other designated hitter you want, and no pinch hitter you want in other than Spencer Crane, because you've already got your 3 power hitters and Pomeroy, Babe, and Anderson out there. So Spencer Crane's your guy here.
Yeah, Spencer Crane's your guy. He's got that clutch gene in him. He's basically the only guy that, if you're the Corn Belt League, you want, and if you're North Bend, you don't want to see.
Crane looks at the first pitch, low for ball 1.
And Allen has got to have the control out on the mound for the North Bend Batcats. As Spencer Crane absolutely swung out of his shoes right there on that 1-0 pitch. And we'll see if he can get on base.
Number 31 with a 1-1 count here. Looks at a strike straight down the middle. Spencer Crane's got to be all over that one. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's got to jump on that one, and he's got to be able to put that one out into play. That's one that, if you're Spencer Crane, it'll give you nightmares when you go to bed tonight.
He rips this one. It's going to be a short grounder to the catcher.
He's out of
Is
the
he
base.
out of the baseline, trying to get to first base, and Crane will be tagged out there by the pitcher, Allen. And it'll bring up, looks like a new pinch hitter here for the Corn Belt League. Number 23, PJ Laux comes in. Laux, the hitter for the Rail Riders. Over the summer, the only Rail Riders representative on this Corn Belt League team. And so Laux steps in, and Allen looks to deliver here. First pitch of the at-bat is straight down the middle for strike one.
I do not know what these Corn Belt League guys are looking at. They are getting pitches to hit, but they're just getting frozen. I don't know what they're looking for up at the plate.
There's a big cut from Laux for 0-2, and Laux really needs to get on base here if the Corn Belt League want to come back in this one. Got Nick Carlson on deck here. Laux looks at a pitch outside for 1-2.
Yeah, shout out to everybody tuning into this great game. We've seen just about everything. Errors turned into outs. Great pitching, great hitting. This is a nail biter.
That one just misses outside for 2-2. Now with an even count, Laux is up. First at-bat of the game. Steps in, and here's Allen to deliver. Pitch on the outside, caught looking is PJ Laux, and he'll head back to the dugout. So there's the second out of the inning there for the Corn Belt League, and it'll bring up Nick Carlson in the bottom, the 9-spot hitter, catcher for the Royal Blue Dogs over the summer. Looking to get on base like he did last time. Watches a pitch high for ball one.
That was another borderline pitch that Carlson just received right there. These Corn Belt guys have got to be a lot more aggressive. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. You're down by 2 runs with the trip to the semis on the line. You've just got to be more aggressive up at the plate.
There's a ball way outside for 2-0. And if Carlson can get on base here, it'll bring up Spangberg in the top of the order here for the Corn Belt League. That one's way behind him. Way inside. It looks like it catches the umpire. So he'll get a ball back to Nodelman, and Nodelman's going to go out and talk to Allen there on the mound. Brett Allen really struggling with his command against Carlson. The count's now 3-0.
Yeah, the home plate umpire really bit that one there. I hope he's okay. I pray that he's okay. I pray that that doesn't affect him and that he can carry on with this game. You know, they wear all those protective padding up. They wear all that protective padding behind the plate, the mask, you know, like the football-style pads behind that black shirt. But I think that one got him in the arm or got him in the spot where it doesn't. It got him in the hip, which is uncovered, so that's really uncomfortable. It looks like he's able to carry on. Tough man right there behind the plate, and shout out to the home plate umpire.
Yeah, it looks like it hit that hip and then bounced into his arm. Just a really uncomfortable play there for the umpire, but he gets set, and he's ready to go here. As Nick Carlson steps out of the batter's box, takes a few looks and a few practice swings over to third base coach Dan Babe. And the pitch here from Allen is called ball, so there's ball 4. Heading over to first is Nick Carlson, and he's on base for Danny Spangberg.
Yeah, Danny Spungberry, a very dangerous hitter. If he can break this game open, see if Nick Carlson, see what they want to do. Nick Carlson does have speed. He's one of those uncharacteristic type catchers that can run. It's a common thing where catchers are slow, but we'll see what cards they play here.
That ball is way outside, and Nick Carlson will just make it to second base anyways. So runner in scoring position for Danny Spangberg. Tying run at the plate in Spangberg. You got a runner in scoring position to bring it within 1. And as a quick mound visit here, as Brett Allen's really lost his control in the last 5 pitches.
Yeah, and this is where the Corn Belt can kind of get into the head of the great Bend Batcats. You've got your speedy hitter who today has been kind of off. Hasn't been himself. He did have a single, but he hasn't had a stolen base yet, which he is looking to, complete the streak. This may be the last game of the season. It may not. You never know. So we'll see if Danny can get on base. A single would most likely score Nick Carlson. So we'll see if Danny Spangberg can stay patient at the plate, work with what he's got, and put one out there.
So now Spangberg's at the plate here. Runner in scoring position. Tying run at the plate in Spangberg. 2 outs. 1-0 count. There's a pitch in there for strike one, so it's 1-1. That's a good pitch there from Allen. A good recovery pitch, working that inside to outside look across the plate from that right-hand side. And now it's 1-1. There's a pitch way outside. It goes wild again. And Nick Carlson's 90 feet away from bringing this game within one. Spangberg just needs to put this in play and put it outside of the infield.
Yeah, I mean, Danny Spungberry can be out an infield hit. He is very speedy like that. So, I mean, an infield hit would do the job, but you got to think anything hit in the infield. I mean, there is two outside. They will not be bringing it home. They will be taking it out at first. So,
there's ball three, low corner. It's 3-1 the count. And Spangberg's got to be all over this pitch if he wants to bring this game within one. Move it to a potential ninth inning. As Spangberg lifts this one, will it fall in right center field? No, it will not. It's caught by the second baseman. We'll head to the top of the ninth. Belt Omaha still down 2. We'll see the Great Bend Batcats bat when we return. And we are back in here. Looks like still Noah Wing out there dealing for the Corn Belt League. And got to mention, there's been a lot of support for the Corn Belt League here. A lot of fans traveling down, making the 4.5-hour drive to Wichita. And it's been great for the Corn Belt League team to have that support behind them. So I want to thank the fans for coming down here. Also thank the fans for listening in as well. It's been a fun few days of radio broadcasting here, but we still got one more inning left to play here. Noah Wing's on the mound. He's been dealing. He's given up no runs in the 8th, came in the 7th, and also gave up no runs there, but slowly losing his command is Noah Wing. He doesn't go more than an inning or two a game. We'll see what he can do here. Working against number 4 hitter. Big swing and a miss there is Carson Pracht.
yeah, Noah Wing, I mean, in every appearance he's had, he's been able to work efficiently. He's throwing heat, he's throwing strikes, he's doing exactly what he's been told to do.
And due up for the Corn Belt League in the bottom. As there's a pitch way outside from Wing. He let go of that one way late. It's 1-1.
To quote the late, great White Sox broadcaster, can't think of his name off the top of my head, just a bit outside.
Yeah, just a bit outside, but it's hitting the backstop, and it'll be a 1-1 here. That pitch is ripped foul. Just under it there's Pracht, so it's 1-2, and put away pitch coming up here for Noah Wing. He's looking to go fastball inside. That's what he loves to do here. Force the batter to push his hands inside and pull it towards the third base side. But need this one to go. If you're the Corn Belt League, you got 2, 3, 4 coming up. Your 3 most consistent hitters. This one is pulled into that left field line, but it goes past the third baseman, Beasley. And at first base here is Carson Pracht.
Yeah, Ty Beasley didn't really make an attempt to go and dive for that ball. You think with being down 2 runs in the top of the 9th inning with a trip to the semis on the line, you'd want to make a play on that ball. We'll see what Sonny Senegal says to his pitcher, see if he can calm down Noah Wing, see if they are maybe working in, they're bringing in a new pitcher. We'll see who they bring in.
We'll see who they bring in here, but that'll be the day for Noah Wing after losing one here to Pracht. No nonsense here from the Corn Belt League. They're going all the way down the bullpen rotation. We'll see who they bring in when we return from the break. We are back now. New pitcher on the mound, number 18, Corey Palmer from Southeast Community College. Graduated from my high school, Millard North, down in Omaha, Nebraska. Played for the Philip Ballers, 32, 36 and 2/3 innings pitched, 4 walks, 29 strikeouts. What an incredible strike-to-walkout ratio here for Corey Palmer. 2.62 ERA. Looking to come in here and deliver. Trying to hold that runner at first with no outs. And push it to the bottom of the ninth for the Corn Belt League.
Yeah, not primarily known as a guy who will come in and try to close out a game or hold runs, but that's exactly what Johnston Hobbs is enlisting him here to do today.
Got a great curveball and a pretty decent fastball to sit around, I believe, 84, 85. Loves that curve and a good changeup on Palmer as well. Yeah, looking at that strikeout to walk ratio, it's a surprise that we didn't see Palmer at all in this tournament. This is a first appearance for him. And it's coming in relief in the 9th inning of a game where we were down 2 runs. So a huge outing here for Corey Palmer, trying to hold the Batcats to 7. Got a runner on first here. Carson Pracht, and you got Coulter Maldonado at the plate. Maldonado sac fly, strike out his last 2 times up. But on that sac fly, he really caught all of it, and that was the end of the day for Bach. First pitch way inside, and did it catch him? Yes, it did. So Corey Palmer's first pitch hits Maldonado. So instead, it's a dead ball strike. Looked like they're saying he leaned into it. So instead of being a hit by pitch, it's a 0-1 count.
Yeah, that's something you don't see very often. Yeah, him leaning into that pitch, which we got the ruling is a dead ball strike. That's not something you see very often. And Corey Palmer caught a break right there. Is that ball, he did leave that curveball a little too far inside, did not give his curveball enough chance to break from in to out. And, I mean, if you're Maldonado, you got to do what you can to get out of the way.
A quick little meeting there. Palmer's going to step back on the mound here. The umpire will get set behind home. And Maldonado step backs in on an 0-1 count. Palmer's got a rear back. Forget about that last pitch. Got away with one there. Just fired in. Runner goes. It's a hit and run situation, and getting through is Pracht. Can they get him at third? No, they can't. Runners on first and third. So Maldonado with a single, advancing Pracht all the way to third base. And Corey Palmer got absolutely pieced on his second pitch thrown.
Yeah, he got absolutely pieced. He left it over the heart of the plate, and great bend. They are in scoring position again. They got runners on the corner. You got to think on a ground ball with no outs, you're going to take the double play just so you can get the guaranteed 2 outs and allow that run to score, which would push the lead to 3.
Palmer's got a rear back, throw some strikes here. And it's a timeout called by Carlson. He'll head out to the mound and talk to Palmer. So runners on the corners, no outs here for Connor Allen. Last time up, strikeout looking. And Palmer and Carlson have an extended conversation here, trying to figure out how they want to pitch to Allen. Seeing if maybe you want to push him a little bit towards the outside half and get a double play ball going, give up 1 run to get 2 sure outs. Wing is still responsible for that runner at third. If the runner does score, it's under Wing's responsibility. Be his first earned run of the tournament. Good pitch, just low for ball 1. Allen steps back in with an 1-0 count. Runners on the corners. Pracht at third, Maldonado at second. Maldonado's probably going to end up going here soon. Pitch outside. Corey Palmer's really lost it.
Corey Palmer's confidence and control just isn't quite there. You got to think that this is because this is his first time pitching in this tournament. This is his first couple plate appearances, and we're on the 4th game into this tournament.
Palmer rears back and fires a strike. Runner goes. They're going to let him go. Looks like that one was called a ball, so it'd be 3-0. So with the 3-0 count, runners on second and third, and Maldonado and Pracht. Palmer's looking to minimize the damage here. Single scores 2. There's a pitch inside for strike 1. 3-1 the count. Three and one the count here. Palmer left that one hanging over the plate, but with a 3-0 count, that's really the only option you have. Now 3-2 the count, and this one's lined and is under the glove of the first baseman, Babe. 1 run will score. The next run trying to come around third, and instead it's cut off by Carlson. So Pracht scores first earned run of the tournament for Noah Wing. And you got runners on the corners again. No outs. And if I'm Hobbs, I'm potentially making another call to the pen here, bringing Theo Hughes you have still available. Aaron Madden is also available here for you. You got to pull out all the stops here to minimize the damage.
Yeah, you got to do whatever you can to minimize the damage. You got to put a Band-Aid over the bleeding, and this has really just gotten out of control for the CBL All-Stars. And great band, they've played an amazing game. They've pieced together really great at-bats. They've had really good outings on the mound from their pitchers, and this has just been a really complete game from the Great Bend Batcats.
Palmer rears back, fires one in, a good curveball for strike 1. Definitely favors that curveball. A lot of 12-6 action on that one. And he'll set up for the next pitch against Grant Nodelman. Runner goes. It's eaten up by Carlson behind the plate, so it's 1-1. 2 runners in scoring position again for the Batcats. And there's an intentional walk here. Bases loaded. It'll bring up the pitcher. Pitcher number 33, Brett Allen. Pitcher hitting here. Trying to come up clutch for his team and push this lead to more than 4. 4 or 5 will score on a single. Got Allen at second. Nodelman at first. Pitch is low for ball 1. And Palmer's really just got to put some in the strike zone here. You got a pitcher at the plate, a pitcher who does not hit at the plate. Really just got to deliver here if you're Palmer. And big cut there from Allen on some high cheddar from Palmer, makes it 1-1. He dropped the bat swinging at that one. If that isn't a sign of how inexperienced Allen is at the plate, Palmer's got to be all over that now and pushing to get this first out.
Yeah, Palmer's got to be exactly what you said, pushing to get this first out. I mean, he recognized that, yeah, Allen looked very inexperienced in that swing.
And there's a check swing. He goes for strike 2. Palmer's slowly getting in that groove here. Can he finish him off from 1 and 2 with the bases loaded, nobody out? This is juiced here, and it's a big curveball from Palmer that just misses for 2-2.
I like the call right there on that curveball, but it had too much break to it. If you would have let just a little bit of break off of that, that would have been a filthy strikeout backwards K. But he had too much break on it, and he left it in the dirt.
Instead, now the count 2-2, working against the pitcher, Allen. There's a strike three looking, got him. And so the first side of the inning, a huge sigh of relief there for the Corn Belt League. Double play ball still in effect anywhere you go, and you got to think if it's a short grounder, you got to bring it home.
Exactly. We can take a sigh of relief there, but it's definitely not over. You know, if we get this out here and there's still 2 outs, we got Rogers to deal with in the top half of the lineup. So you've still definitely got dangerous options for the Great Bend Batcats, but anything hit on the ground, if it's a double play ball that you can turn at second and 1, then turn that, or pretty much closest bag and 1. So the defense has got to be aware. They've got to have a high baseball IQ and aware of their situation.
Brings up Nevis to the play here on the day. Strikeout, grounded out into a fielder's choice, and then a 1-3, so he's 0 for 4. And so Nevis up to bat here. Bases juiced. Maldonado at third, Allen at second, Nodelman at first. Big cut and a miss there from Nevis for 0-2.
That was a hanging curveball. And unfortunately, Nevis just has not been able to get into a rhythm up at the plate. And if he makes contact with that ball could potentially be hit a very long way.
Instead, it's 0-2 for Nevis. And Palmer rears back, fires it in. Big strike three. Got him swinging, so 2 quick outs. But it brings up the most dangerous hitter in this Batcats lineup in Alex Rogers.
Yeah, I like the strikeout, don't get me wrong. I like a guaranteed out, but I would have rather had a double play there just so we don't have to face Rogers, who is the most dangerous hitter in this lineup, and he can easily add the insurance runs the Great Bend Batcats need to seal their way to a semifinal spot.
Palmer still no earned runs. He's responsible for all 3 on the base pads right now. Pracht did score early on in the top of this inning, but that was Noah Wing's responsibility. And a big cut from Allen is fouled off. Sorry, Alex Rogers fouled off for strike 1.
Alex Rogers wanted that pitch. You could tell that he was itching to swing at that pitch, and he swung at it just a little underneath it. Thank goodness for Corey Palmer, but Alex Rogers could have easily broken open this game.
Yeah, and instead it's 0-1 here, as reading up here is Palmer. Rears back, throws a good pitch on the inside half, but it's a little bit too far inside. And now it sits at 1-1 against Rogers. Once again, due up in the bottom of the 9th for the Corn Belt League. You got Jackson Horn, Brendan Anderson, and Mitchell Pomeroy. Rogers lists another one foul for 1-2. And if you're Palmer, I say you have 1 throwaway pitch. Make it 2-2. Do not risk throwing away a pitch to make it 3-2. Just try and put him out as early as you can. Try and get him to swing in here. And if not, throw it in the zone. Throw it in the zone. You do not want to walk in a run here.
I completely agree with everything you just said there. If you're Corey Palmer, yeah, you have a waste pitch, but you want to get out of this inning as soon as possible. I would throw your best pitch. Don't leave it in the zone, though. Make him go and chase for it.
Palmer readies up here. We're expecting curve. Sets fastball. Is it in the zone? No, it's not. Just outside from Corey Palmer to push it at 2-2. And now you got to put one in the zone here. Force someone to make a play here, whether it's Rogers to get a hit or force your defense into making a routine ground ball play here. I'm expecting high from Palmer. We'll see what he gives. And Rogers lifts this one into left field. Can someone get there? No, they can't. It hits off the glove of Spencer Crane. And racing around the bases, Rogers is trying to go home, and he'll head up to third. A base-clearing triple, 3-run score. It's 11-5, Batcats. Spencer Crane had that ball in his glove, and 11-5 now the deficit sits for the Corn Belt League. Three-run score. But Palmer should have gotten away with that one. Really, that's a play that Spencer Crane should be making.
Yeah, Spencer Crane, I mean, he had that ball all the way. I think Spungberg was just trying to do a little too much there. Spencer Crane had that one tracked, and that just breaks open the game.
And that's a communications error between Crane and it looks like Spangberg was trying to dive under it, so he didn't block the way of Crane. Instead, probably just a little distraction there for Crane, who lost the ball. It hits in and out of his glove and blows this game wide open now. As Palmer gets a first pitch strike there, so it's 0-1 with 2 outs. And now Palmer readies up the 0-1. Tries one in, and does he go? Yes, he does for 0-2. Conor Scott at the plate here. Runner on third is Rogers. 2-3-4 due up in the bottom of the ninth. But a 6-run deficit for the Corn Belt League. This one lifted high into left field. Can Crane get under it? Yes, he can. He makes the catch, but we'll head to the bottom of the ninth. Corn Belt League, last gasp here. They want to keep their hopes alive in this tournament. We'll have it when we return. We are back here. Last gasp for the Corn Belt League. They're down 6. Need a miracle to make this one happen. We got Jackson Horn up to bat. Following him, Brendan Anderson, Mitchell Pomeroy, and then head to the bottom of the order here. Bottom half of the order. First pitch looked at from Horn. Strike 1. Now readying the 0-1. Strike 2 on Horn, so it's 0-2. Score sits 5-11 here. 0-2 count. Horn fouls one. It'll stay 0-2. The 0-2 again. Working against Jackson Horn. Big swing and a miss there. First strikeout. First out for Brett Allen, and Horn will head back to the dugout. Brendan Anderson up to bat now. See what he can do working against Allen. Last time up, hit a sac fly to score Jackson Horn. You got to think those 2 stranded runners there in the bottom of the 7th, really detrimental. Sorry, bottom of the 8th, detrimental. They had a chance to put that one away as a first pitch. Second pitch is a strike. First pitch was a ball, so it's 1-1 the count.
Yeah, I think this lead is just too much to handle for the CBL All-Stars, and as that ball is in there for a strike, and I just got to give a shout out to everyone for making this possible for us up here in the press box. Casey and Joe Siwa and all the people back in Omaha. Thank you for giving us a chance to come up here and let us call these great group of men.
Yeah, a great team put together by the Corn Belt League. Just had so much momentum going into this game. A plus 34 run differential, unable to make it come to life here. But what a season it was! 44 runs scored total as Anderson rips this one to the shortstop. And Pracht makes a quick throw to first for the out. It'll bring up Mitchell Pomeroy. Last gasp here for the Corn Belt League with 2 outs.
And also shout out to everyone here at the Summer Ball Showdown for putting on such a great tournament. This is a beautiful complex. This is just, all the food out here has been great. The festivities have been great. The people have been nice. You know, I'm a man of food, Arnav, but everything has been amazing out here. The hospitality has been great. And from all of us at the Corn Belt League and everyone back home, we thank you for your hospitality.
First pitch strike, so that's 3 consecutive first pitch strikes for Allen in this inning. He's ready to put this one to bed here, working against Mitchell Pomeroy. 450 in the back half of the season for the Corn Belt League. He looks at strike 2, and the Corn Belt League are down to their last strike. Pomeroy fouls one off, staying alive. On deck here is Ty Beasley. Came with such a huge hit in the bottom of the 7th. Break out of a slump and bring this lead within 2. But after that, it's been nothing doing for the Corn Belt League. Pomeroy rips this one. Will it get through? No, it will not. Great diving stop by the second baseman. And the catch is made. That will be it. Final score 11-5. Great Bend Batcats take this one. They're going to advance to the semifinals. You'll see them tomorrow at Field 1 here at 2 p.m. in the semifinals. And for the Corn Belt League, what a tournament it was.
Yeah, what a tournament. What an outing. And as always, thank you to everyone here at the Summer Bowl Showdown for the hospitality and the festivities and everything have been great. And, it's a good opportunity for these guys to come out here and get reps against everybody else in the country who, this is some high-level competition out here. And, shout out to the Great Bend Batcats for playing an amazing game. You guys pitched well. You guys hit well. And I want you guys to know that I will be rooting for you guys to win it all. The Great Bend Batcats.
What a name. What a name, the Great Bend Batcats. And what a game it was. 11-5 the final score. Thank you guys for tuning in. What a great season it's been for the Corn Belt League. That'll be it for the Corn Belt League broadcast this entire season. We saw the regular season here on the Corn Belt League Network. We'll hope to have you back again next year when the Corn Belt League returns. For the last time this year, it's been Arnav Pokhrel, joined in the booth by Ethan McCormick. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and hope you guys have a great night.